Guys, we're back with some more Pokemon Violet, and as the title says, we are going to go back to Legends at some point. I'll just clear my throat a little bit. But yeah, so the reason we're going to be doing a bit of Pokemon Legends today as well is if you guys have seen the previous episode of us doing Pokemon Legends for our home living decks, you will know that we managed to get Shaman, but we didn't manage to get Enamorus because that's pretty much all post-game stuff, which would have required us to go catch a ton of legendaries, and we simply ran out of time, so there was nothing we could really do on that. So, the plan is, for the first 3 hours of the stream, we're going to be focusing on the event quest, might do some sandwich hunting, that sort of thing, and then for the other half of the stream, we'll be just attempting to finish off Legends Arceus. I don't know how long Legends Arceus will take us. I did level up all my Pokemon to the level that the final boss of that game is, just to speed things up a little. Because not only do we have to go and defeat the final boss, the final boss of that game, we then have to go and catch more Mons to get Enamorus. It is quite a hefty task. So, we are here because we are doing the Hisuian Samurott raid. I believe that is what is on at the moment. Normally, I wouldn't be streaming this like 2 weeks in a row because the Eevee raid sort of came out also last week. So I was kind of surprised that we were going to immediately get another raid like straight after. I could have like waited until December to do this, like next week. But I thought it's probably better to get it done now. Hey there, Jess. Good to see ya. Long time no see. How are you? I'm doing okay. A little sleepy because I was over at the Alchemist's house recently. We were discussing all sorts of things related to streaming and D&D. So, I will admit that I'm a little tired, but other than that, I'm doing good. I have, I think, since you did say that you've been away for a while, you probably might notice that the page underneath has been updated. Regarding Nightbot commands and about the upcoming shiny stream like we're doing. Do you want a shiny Apom? I have a spare. Unfortunately, I can't accept it because I kinda have 10 shiny Apom, so I don't really need a shiny Apom. If you are curious to see what shinies I'm missing, or what I have as leftovers, you can see over down at Nightbot. Nightbot will tell you that exclamation mark shiny will show you what I am missing. So yeah, I made it that Nightbot is a lot easier to use now, that you can actually see down at the bottom what Nightbot's commands are, basically. All that good stuff. It's all there. I'm thinking about streaming. Do you have any tips? Ooh. That is a bit of a difficult one, because I will admit I'm also still quite new. I'm only like a year or two old now with streaming. Tips for streaming. Definitely it's always good to ask other streamers, like, hey, what's some suggestions that, you know, for how you can stream. I would say a good mindset to go into it is to think, look, I'm going into this because I enjoy what I'm playing, sort of thing. Don't think about, like, as all the follows you'll get eventually, sort of thing. Because I spent, like, I think a good few months like, with only 10 followers, or even less. Like, sometimes I would just stream and there'd be nobody here. Sometimes you just have to think, yep, I'm just streaming because I enjoy what I want to do. I want to show people that I'm playing video games, sort of thing. Or I want to do art, or I want to do this, sort of thing. I would say, check you got a good mic quality, which, that's something I have to update at some point. I'm going to ask somebody who I think has a spare mic, so we can get a better mic at the moment. Whoa, there's a couple of people. Hello, D. It's me, Flower Kirby. I wonder, could it be? Well, regardless, hello there, Infected and Not Lime, as he plays the green Kirby. We're just about to start, with, looking into doing the event raid. So I believe, one of the easiest ways to literally do this raid is just to use Miraidon, which is super useful. So, if we get this event raid done and out of the way, we can do some shiny hunting with sandwiches, and then focus on going to Legends Arceus, because I do need to complete that game. But yeah, other things I can think of streaming, I would say just, what raid is it? It's Hisui and, Samurott. But, to Chris, I think one of the things you also want to just be aware, do you have anything other than Miraidon to use? Yeah, because I assume Scarlet players can't really use Miraidon. I have seen some people talking about, like, using Belly Bolt, others using, Go-Goat, but stuff like that. And I think, yeah, having Intimidators also helps, so I would say Quillfish is probably a good option, because Quillfish can be a great support with Intimidate, and as well as it's a water type, so it shouldn't take as much damage from water type attacks. But there is one thing I need to do, real quickly before we start. Yeah, as Lime said, you should, if you're doing streaming and stuff like that, just do it at your own pace. Like, just be who you are. I would suggest not putting on some sort of fake persona too long, or you'd be so tired by that. But yeah, just take your time. Sometimes, even streaming for long hours and being able to talk for long periods of times is quite tiring. Because I was in a similar boat of just, I'm pretty much going to say I am an introvert, so I was really frightened over the idea of starting streaming. It was because of the alchemist who was a high school friend who said, hey, you should give it a try, sort of thing. I was like, you know, I waffled on for like, I think like, what, 2 months of just going, I don't know, what if people don't like me? What if I can't, like, be entertaining because I don't have much to talk about? Stuff like that. I can evolve you a shiny Pawmot. Oh? I wouldn't mind. I am missing, I do have Pawmi and Pawmo. I haven't evolved either of them, so they're still there. Oh, that was quick. I assume you would like something in return. That's what I thought when I started to upload my own music. Oh yeah, it's very scary. Like, even now, I'm supposed to do an art stream for you guys. And I've seen a lot of people being like, oh, you should do art. And I'm like, I've seen your artwork and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Do people really want to watch me draw art for like a couple of hours? But yeah. Sometimes you just have to take the leap, sort of thing. Now, before I get distracted, because I have been a little distracted, I'm seeing Tauros's run. We did hatch 2 Quaxleys last stream. So, we are going to evolve one of them real quick. I do have extra Quaxley eggs I was planning to hatch, but because we have to do Legends Arceus first and make sure that's totally done, we will probably leave the egg hatching to another time. Because I think I've decided that I'm going to continue hatching Quaxley eggs till I get the last Quaxley I need. Because we just need one more. But yeah. We're making a broken Quaxley? Nah, we're just evolving a shiny Quaxley. Hey, that's not a bad shiny, honestly. The light blue with the accented dark blue actually works really nicely. Yeah, we hatched 2 shiny Quaxleys last stream. If you want to go check it out, there is a compilation I put on the highlights of the shinies. Or just, eventually I will get the video on YouTube. I have to do a bit of that sort of thing. I have all the starters shiny of Paldea. Nice, congrats! I've only just started doing the shiny starters. I was focusing on, like, just starters that I liked, but then I remembered that the new stuff, the new DLC that's coming out is having all the starters appearing. Can't have the modest stream for 2 to 3 hours in about 10 minutes. No worries, Lime. I'm just glad that you dropped by, sort of thing. I thought I evolved Pawmot. Or Pawmo, I need to walk for a while. No worries, Jess. I did a stream from like 6 hours ago and I got 3 followers. Is that good for a first time? Yes! Like, sometimes you might not get followers at all. I've done a couple of streams where, like, I didn't get followers at all. And such. Like, I would say, probably don't think too much about the numbers. Sometimes they even suggest that, you know, I think at the top of the Twitch page it says, like, how many followers you have. Sometimes it's good to just hide that, so you're not focusing on that number and you're not thinking like, oh no, I don't have enough followers. Oh no, what am I gonna do? I don't have enough followers. It's better that you just don't focus on that. You can even make milestones like I did. Because, like, I started doing milestones where I'm like, oh, once I get this many followers, I will do this. Which is why when we hit the 150, I was like, oh, we can now do a shiny month thing. Which, hint hint, plug plug, down at the bottom, there is a description about the whole shiny month thing. So if you are curious of what you need to do for that sort of thing, it's right down there, so you can be prepared for when that month comes. It will be happening at the beginning of next year, I believe, because I've heard that Christmas, Christmas time is kind of where everyone's at the low of view counts, so don't be surprised if you don't find too many people. Maybe we can do a collab one day. Maybe. The problem is that collabing is, like, really difficult to sometimes collab, because I know there's someone I wanted to collab with, but we live in 2 different states. So the time zones are really out of whack. Can you shiny hunt all the starters? I intend to, because it's the only way to get them, but right now we are focusing on the Hisui and Samurott, so I'm going to quickly show you guys what one of the options are. Once I just scroll over. What time is it for you? It is 9 AM in the morning. I start 9:30 or 40, I would say, is better than. So it is quite early in the morning. I do start early so that the Americans can see it at a sort of a decently late time. Not too late time, because I know that was something that was a bit of an issue. I think our time zones are terrible. It's 3 AM for me. Yeah, that's why. Isn't that why your username is always sleeps? Yeah, so it is kind of rough. See, time zones is the true killer of collabing. Alright, so I need to remember what I'm doing. Oh, I haven't trained this Miraidon at all. Like, he is totally untrained. Well, I guess we'll use this one then. Now you know what country I live in. Congratulations, I'm pretty sure I've told people what country I live in. I'm pretty sure it's in my tags what country I'm in. I don't think that's a major discovery. But, Almost so cute when it sleeps. Yeah, a lot of Pokemon are pretty cute when they sleep. Okay, so we got that Miraidon. Let me just check this Miraidon real quick, because this is the one that we have trained. Do you live in Paldea? Gasp. No, I don't. Yeah, we have trained this one, but I believe it's Dragon Terra type, so we don't want to use Dragon Terra type, so we're going to focus on this new one. Plus, it'll give everyone else a chance to learn how I train up Mons for these sort of things. Figured by the accent already. Nice. Alrighty, let's train up this Miraidon. We need... Here we go. Power weight. When I did my stream, the people were nice and friendly. You're Russian like me? No, though I have been mistaken to be Russian at some point in my high school days. A friend of mine was like trying to guess what nationality I was. And they're like, "Oh my god, I got it! You're Russian!" And I'm like, "I've never even been to Russia. Like, I've never been anywhere near that." Yeah, it's always good to have people, like, just, even if you aren't streaming, when you visit other people, always be polite. It's definitely important. Alrighty, let's get to it. It's picnic time. But no, I am not Russian at all. Oh, it is strange. I have been called Russian, like, this isn't the first time I've been called Russian as a nationality. I wonder what it is. Alright, first things first. Let me see. It should be one of these sandwiches down here. Problem is that now that I've unlocked all the sandwiches, I find it a lot harder to find what I'm looking for. Yep, this looks like it. Oh, it's like an ultra, is it a regular ham sandwich? No, I live in Kanto. No, I'm pretty sure I live in my own world. Thank you very much. I only travel here from time to time. That's the power of world traveling, baby. Just gonna quickly make this sandwich. So, what are we doing? We are going for HP EVs. Because most of the times when you're doing terror raids, HP is usually a big thing you want because you want to be able to just live the damage output of the other mon. So it's always important to get HP. Yeah, we'll get some beef on this electric motorcycle lizard. Definitely Kanto. I feel like I would like to live in Hoenn, honestly. I like the mons over in Hoenn. I'm a Gen 3er, so if someone was like, oh, which region would you like to be in? I'd say Hoenn. Plus, thankfully, the two guys who are the evil teams are just dummies who want more water and more land. What do? I have a Sinistea with a Focus Sash, and I give them weak armor ability with Skill Swap. Weak armor, I know a lot of people diss weak armor, thinking that it's like not that great sort of thing, but weak armor can be useful. Like having the speed increase is definitely useful. Anyways, I'll quickly mention what we're doing now. We are fighting Meryl using the sandwich we obviously just made. So we made a fairy type sandwich, so Meryl will spawn here a lot more. Because Meryl is Water Fairy. So when you KO Meryl, it gives you HP EVs. And the location I'm at is just outside Levincia. So it's a very easy place to grind up HP EVs. So if you are doing a lot of terror raids or getting mons ready for terror raids, you are going to be using this sandwich a lot. You are going to be grinding this particular mon a lot. I have found Shiny Meryl twice, I think, just doing this sandwich. Because I was just hunting it. That was a level 70 shiny Pormot. That's a beefy boy, ain't it? I probably have to update that list at some point with the mons I have available, but I will let you know if I have a mon that you're interested on the trade list. I will say that on the trade list, it's what's highlighted is what I have. So I'm trying to remember if it was Jess or someone else. Give me your entire stash, lol. Yeah, if you can give an entire stash back, I would be welcome to give you my entire stash. I'll give you 10 whoopers. That's all fine, as long as you can give something back. But I'm trying to remember if, Jess, were you the one who wanted, there was somebody who came onto my stream a long time ago who wanted, like, a shiny Alakazam, and I couldn't remember exactly who it was, but we weren't able to trade it because I think they didn't have home working at the time. Wasn't you? Yeah, I just don't remember who it was, and it was like quite a whiles back, so I was just like, oh, I didn't give them the Alakazam, I still have it. So, I know there was someone else who hasn't been on my stream for a very long time who wanted something, but yeah. But yeah, if you've got if you want anything in particular, just look at the trade list and see if it's of anything of interest. I want to be fair. I don't want to just take like random shinies from people without giving something in return, unless they're like absolutely okay with it. But yeah, we're gonna try and do our best to speed through this as quickly as possible. Because we obviously have to, I've only set a time limit of 3 hours for myself. Clefable? Unfortunately, I already have Clefable, Jess. hatched it, lol. Oh, congrats though. Actually, I've got like so many Clefairies, I'm not gonna lie. You guys remember the whole event that happened recently? You're looking at the wrong one. The trade page is the one for mons that I am giving away, like things that I have extras of. It's okay. I really wish I could make them two different like websites, honestly, because people do get confused. If I find another website that's like people can trade for, I would gladly make it. I'm not kidding. I literally took a bunch of photos recently so that I could put onto the home Reddit to see if I can get the last two mons I need for my living decks, which is like Zarude and Hooper. This is just for the regular living decks. For the Paw mod, could I get Croconaw or nah? So I will tell you about the Croconaw. The Croconaw is genned. So it's a genned mon. So it's like level 1, like a very high level. I think it's level 100. It's best in all stats. Oh, I don't want Zarude as like shiny. I meant like just a regular Zarude for my living form decks that I'm working on. Because I am missing only 4 Pokemon from that, or 3 actually, because I caught the Shaman recently. I am missing Enamorus, which is what we're doing today. And I'm missing Hoopa and Zarude. Get you another if you want. Another... Try and get another one. No worries, but like, if you want anything in return, that trade page is what I have to offer. I have a Zarude already. The regular one, I assume, because there is 2 forms of Zarude. I do have the Data one, which I managed to get from someone else. But yeah, just a regular Zarude and a regular Hooper is what I'm looking for. And I can give you 2 shinies for the Zarude. Hello there, Blub. We're just doing some training for this Miraidon we have, so we can do the raid. And we might do... I'll just give you the Pawmot for free. I don't care, really. You sure? If it's totally fine with you, then I will gladly accept it. I'll be very, very grateful for it. Oh, you completed your shiny dex. That's impressive. Are you? Is it a shiny dex for the region? Like, what type of shiny dex is it? Because I know there are people who like do shiny living dexes of like just a single game, or just do of particular Pokemon. Because I over 3,000 hours on Pokemon. Nice. Congrats, man. I've still got a little ways to go in terms of that. Though I have gotten close. I'm, I think, halfway. Yeah, I have every Pokemon game all shiny. Wow, that's impressive! I only just started doing a shiny living dex myself, so I'm a little behind on that aspect. But yeah, that must have taken... I can finally rest. You can finally sleep forever. That's why you're always asleep. You've completed your shiny dex, so it's now over. I can give you a Squawkabilly for a Tatsugiri. Does that sound fair? If not, that's okay. The Tatsugiris I have, I believe, is the soy sauce one and the salmon one. So I think that's the orange Tatsugiri and the yellow one, I believe. The pink one goes white, if I remember rightly. So yeah, I'll just let you know that's what the 2 Tatsugiris are. I call them the salmon and the soy sauce one because that's what they look like if you look at them. But yeah, I can give you one of those Tatsugiri for a Squawkabilly, because I don't have a single one of their colors, I don't believe. I will have to eventually do that. But yeah, if you're okay to trade it on home, I would prefer that. Because I would have to open up it because they're all in home. So if you can connect via the home friend code on the mobile app, I would prefer that. But considering we are going to be, I think, closing this game at around 3-hour mark, if you can't do that, I could possibly bring it over to Violet. Okay, we're almost there. I think we have to take out like 30-ish Merrills. Fortunately, this Miraidon doesn't have... Yeah, I think I vaguely remember that sort of scenario. It's a little overkill, but that's okay. Don't have the mobile app, and when I try it, it doesn't work. Okay, so we'll have to do it via Violet. So just let me know what... Though, actually, can Zarud even make it into this game? If you do, Triz. What's the strat with this raid? Oh, this... Guys, there's so much information. Hold it. Okay. Alright, first thing first. Okay. Alright. I'm going to answer one question at a time. Alright, here we go. Question 1. What's the strat with the raid? The strat is put Miraidon in, I believe, and let me see if I can find it. And metal sound it as the first part, so get it down to as maximum low special defense. And then pretty much just use, like, have electric terrain as a backup, and then I think it's like use parabolic charge and electro drift. I think that's pretty much it. Parabolic charge is to keep you healthy, and then electro drift is just to like wail away at it until you can tear it into electric. I believe that is the read. Yes, Zarud can because I have mine. Okay. So that's that question answered. Is there anything you want in return for either of those mons? Because I can give you a shiny if I'm going to open up home anyways to grab Tatsugiri. Oh, and that's another question. Chris, what Tatsugiri do you want? For free? Alright. I'm going to give you a shiny out of spite, so you can't do anything about it. No, I'll just quickly catch something. And we can quickly trade it. Okay, sure. Okay, fine. I'll accept the shiny. I can't believe you're making me do this. No. Soy sauce one is fine. Okay. Oh, you did say you wanted that Croconaw, Jess. It is genned, but like, I think you did say it. Did you say about the Croconaw? Someone did, at least. But yeah, the Croconaw is like genned, unfortunately. Definitely looks hacked. Oh, you found another Pawmi. I don't care if it's gen lol. Okay. That's what... I think you did say you wanted the Croconaw, so I can give you that one, because I don't want it, due to it being that. I'm trying to keep all genned mons out of my games. And I try to have all my, like, mons, I think, English as well. That's another thing that I try to do. Also, the shiny Pawmi is, you can say it's from me. The one you just found in the wild. I used my luck to send it over to your game and make you find that shiny. Speaking of shiny luck recently, right now in Pokemon Sleep, there's another in the corner of my screen. Haha. It's working! My monkey paw logic is becoming too powerful for GS. So powerful, you can't escape it. But, there's an Eevee week happening right now. To be frank, yeah. But there's a, there's an Eevee event happening at the moment where there's, like, a higher chance of finding shiny Eevees in, Pokemon Sleep. And what does this person do? What does Fia do? Fia accidentally gets a shiny Larvitar, which isn't even part of the event. And I was like, that's cool, I don't have it, but, like... Bro, I was after the Eevees. I mean, that's the one that's supposed to show up, right? But yeah. I think we're done on this, thing. Yes, we are. Okay, we can quickly head off and heal. But I can do the home thing right now, actually, before we start, because I don't have to worry about the next, sandwich. We are going to make... Name any Pokemon, and I will not stop until I shiny hunt it, and I will record the time. I mean, we might be doing a sandwich after the raid, so that would be a good time to do it. Alright, let's quickly save the game. You are going to see the Forbidden Home screen. I think... Wait, can Croconaw be even moved up to... Pokemon Violet? I don't think it can. Someone said Cresselia before, and it took 47 days. Which game were you shiny hunting Cresselia in? Oops. Spilled a bit of my drink. It's got condensation on it, so all the water's coming off it. This would be a funny time for home to crash, just to show how unstable it is. But also, I want to put that Quaxwell into home as well. In my unsorted shiny box. Because I have to eventually put them in Pokédex order. Diamond and Pearl. I prefer Diamond, but yeah. Whoa, so like the originals. So that was like, I assume mostly full odds on that one. That is impressive. One thing about my Squawk ability is it's a Dawn Mark. Oh, nice. If you want more stuff for the raid, then you'll have to make a sandwich with all the rice, one chili sauce, and pepper. Oh, right. Like, to get more rewards out of it? Alright, first things first. Let's grab this Quaxwell. Stick you in here. And then... where is it? There he is. There's the soy sauce one. That. Let me see about... No, we can't move Crocodile into this game just yet. Because the DLC hasn't dropped. But yeah, you can see here, like, just best in all stats, level 100. In the Alola region. Yeah, truly legit. But yeah. I also have the original Shiny Munchlax. It's the event a few years ago that spawned once every day, and it took so long. Oh, the Honey Tree event? I'm still trying to hunt that one in my Cute Charm file. Had no luck there. But yeah, I'll unfortunately can only give you the Croconaw over in home at the moment, unless you wait until the DLC. I don't need this Fluttermane anymore, so I think I can give you that for the poor... for me. I can just grab one of these Scythers. Should do. Are you sure you don't want anything in return for the Zarude, Jess? Just want to double check before I close home. Yeah, I have loads. Okay. Well, I can give you this Scyther. Just take it. No! I want to be nice! But, like, thank you so much if it is, like, the legit Zarude. Why do you have so many Scyther? So I have so many Scyther because I wanted... There's, in home, the mobile phone app at least. There's, what's the word? You get, like, stickers for doing certain things. And there's Pokeball-based ones, where it's like, put 30 of this Pokemon into, you know, such and such, into the home to register in this particular ball. And somebody traded me, I think, a Japanese Scyther that was in a sports ball, which is a rather rare ball. You can only really get it from, like, Pokemon Sword and Shield at, like, a 1% chance sort of thing. So I bred the Scyther to get 30 of the sports balls and put them into home to get finish the sticker. And along the way, accidentally, like, hatched a shiny Scyther in a sports ball, which is sitting in my shiny dex. So I guess, yeah, that's that. Also, I think another thing with the Miraidon raid, let me see. Yeah, the person here uses Metronome, but another item you can use besides Metronome, I would say, is the Covert Cloak. Because I believe Samurott can do... I think it has, like, Bulldoze and something else that lowers, like, speed and such. The Covert Cloak, I believe, stops additional effects. So it's definitely useful in that effect. But yeah, they use Metronome because Metronome is really good for these battles when you're just spamming one move. Right, we need the Power Lens. And I need to re-look up how to make this particular sandwich because I don't remember. It's been a while since I needed to, like, EV train for a special attack. Oh, I should also go back online so I can do the trading. Oh, great. This page is like, I'm gonna lag. Let me take a look for like 1 second. Oh no, it's not an electric sandwich. It's we gotta fight Girafarig. But it's a psychic sandwich, I assume. Oh, we can just buy a chocolate churro in Mezagoza. Okay, that was... Yeah, said balls. Yeah, I did. What about it? It's only because of Twitch that my power is cut in half and I can't say anymore. Alright. Yeah, balls, they're very funny. Come in all shapes and sizes. Right. Yeah. What if it... God, this page is lagging my computer. Oh my goodness, let me close that quick. Alright, link trade. Who do we want to do first? Chris, do you want to trade first? Just want to see if he's available. If he's not, then, like, whoever wants to go first, pretty much, I can trade. We'll get these trades out of the way. Alright, we'll do Chris first. That's the link code real quick. Just let me know when you're ready, and I will start searching. So weird how I, this seems like one of those double-ended questions. They're like, what's your favorite Pokemon? Oh, it's just Goldengo. Haha. Yeah, it is unfortunately shiny locked at the moment. I do have one though, because I did get Gimmighoul, and I did get Goldengo before the event ran out, and I do have 2 spare shiny Gimmighouls. But I'm probably gonna like hold off trading those because they're quite rare at the moment. Like, you'd have to give me something pretty big in return for one of those. Problem is, there was somebody who wanted one, but I haven't seen them on my stream for like months. So, I don't know if they want it still. Right. Scroll over. Oh yeah, I realized this Tatsugiri is the one that's got a Mark II. Yeah. He's Tatsugiri the Sleepy, so that's a cool one. I think the other Tatsugiri I have is like, I got 3 of the soy sauce ones, I think. One of them ended up being my competitive one. I think he's called Tatsugiri the Scholar. The green squawk ability. Mine's also marked. Then it's a fair trade, as we say. I love Tatsugiri, he's so cute. The problem is I have, like, I think in this gen, there's been some really solid mons that I really like. Like, I'm a huge fan of Tatsugiri, like, but I'm also like a huge fan of like Ceruledge. Ceruledge is so cool. Ball flight, the Pokemon. Yeah, he's got to stay like upright when the ball gets launched. All right, I will quickly switch over. Jess, that same link code. Quickly. Oh, this Fluttermane also is a marked one. I didn't realize. Okay, cool. Thank you so much, because that will finish the poor me line for me. These little fingies, tiny little fingers. He's like one of those anime characters with like really big sleeves. These tiny little fingers are like poking out the bottom of them. No worries. Yeah, and it's a big help if you can give me this Zarud as well. I'll give you Yo, but before I do, for everyone who says that, he's a hug. Aw, thank you. copied it, that's why it's tagged. Yeah, I was wondering. You can use the hug emote if you just write !hug. Oh, you're heading off now? Are you able to still trade the thing, or you'll have to trade it at a different time, Jess, real quick? Ah, looks like they left. Well, we'll just see if they log off here. Sorry, the Zarude. I think it was you who mentioned it, that's all. If you can't do it now, that's fine. We could always find us one. Ah, okay. Don't worry. But thank you so much for the Pulmo anyways. Alrighty, let's quickly head over to Mezagoza first. Yes, bye-bye. Have a good night's sleep. Or whatever you might be doing. I won't judge you for, I think, you being awake at 3 AM in the morning. You might be eating a Krabby Patty or something. Right, so we're gonna go fight a bunch of Giraffarigs. I just don't know where the churro place is in this area. It's been a while. I feel kind of bad. I don't really spend much time in Mezagoza. I'm always just like... The only time I'm in Mezagoza is to like just check the size. So when it comes to actually buying like food items from here, I'm like, I don't know. Oh, that's kind of cool. When you stand near this lady, you can hear the guitar playing. I'm just getting ready to grill some meat later. Ooh, that does sound nice. Some crepes. That's the skewers. There is a Cheerio place, ain't it? Maybe I'm just not... I don't remember where it is. I'm pretty sure there's one in Levincia, so I can go back to there. I could make a sandwich, but apparently this person's like, yeah, use these. Also, I'm pretty sure... I thought it was like something else that gave you special attack. Is it really Giraffarig? I thought it was like... You could fight... Flaffy, unless I'm missing. You want Terra Raid boost? Join me, I can help you. No worries. You'll just have to give me the link code eventually. We're not ready yet, so... gives you plenty of time to get ready yourselves. Yeah, we're going for the Miraidon strat. Having something that gives Intimidate. I know Worry Seed is also a really useful thing, or something like Gastro Acid, just to get rid of the, get rid of the, what's the word? The ability. Because I believe this, Samurott has Sharpness. So he will do more damage in that aspect. Okay, I am really don't know what this thing is. I'm gonna look this up. I accidentally wrote that and ended up getting an actual recipe on how to actually make churros. Which, churros are nice, but like, that's not what I'm after. I'm actually after like, where do I find them? The Vincia northern half. Okay. There is one here. I have a belly bolt with the move I think will work. No worries, like... Let's give it a go. Who knows? This is... It's not... I usually go into these blind, so I usually don't have any clue what will work or what will not work. There's the churro shop is near here. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. churro. Yeah, me and my mum had churros recently. It's actually quite nice. The place we went to. Oh, but I forgot that I was sitting on Maridon, so it's glitching out my character space. Alright. Let's rush over to Port Marinada. Our usual location. I should probably also check in Port Marinada. Glaze on it. Yeah, chocolate glaze. The churro place we went to in real life. It was what did it have? We had regular like churros with cinnamon sugar, dark chocolate dip, and a cookie butter dip. That cookie butter dip was good. I think it might be a place I might go back to at some point. Give some of its other menu options a try, you know? That's a big giraffe rig. The one on the left. He is massive. Yeah, I was thinking that when they said chocolate churro, I was like, oh, it's like the whole churro chocolate? Because I think you can do that as well. But yeah, churros are often just plain churro dipped with things. If you need help EV thinking, don't worry, I'm well good on that one. That's kind of what we're doing right now. I've done EV training for these mons so many times. Okay, yep, it is going up in special attack. I believe Flaffies also give special attack, but we'll stick with the giraffe rigs. I think another thing I'll need to do though, I'll have to fix up our Maridon's moveset, and then we'll just level it up using candy. So I am getting a little low on candy. I need to consider like fixing, doing some extra raids and try and get some more candy. But yeah, I'll be good soon. I think. Oh, I might put the last few points into defense, maybe, because there'll be 4 points left over. Speed would also be another good one too. Yeah. The problem is we've got to hit Metal Sound, and Metal Sound's accuracy is dog water. Let's not lie to ourselves on that one. I have missed Metal Sound way too many times to the point where I'm just like put wide lens on it because I'm sick of missing Metal Sound. I have no idea why Metal Sound's accuracy is so garbage. Like, I'm pretty sure Screech has a better accuracy. And it does the same thing. The difference being, like, you know. Thank you so much for the offer, but I definitely have, don't worry, I have plenty of candy. Also, that was a Ditto, so that's not what we're after. Should have realized it was a Ditto when it didn't, like, turn to fight me. It's kind of the way you tell, like, what Ditto or Zorua are, is if they act odd compared to the rest of the Pokemon. So, like, if you see a Tauros not attack you or run away from you, then it's most likely a Ditto. Don't worry, I will, I'll take the raid boost here. Imagine if it was shiny. God, I could go for a shiny Ditto. It's so hard to get shiny Ditto. Because, like, everybody and their mother keeps getting you the gen ones. Because, I've gotten a couple of shiny Dittos on this game through, you know, those hacked website, bots that through Wonder Trade. And I traded with somebody on, I think, online that had like a shiny Ditto, and I thought it was legit, but when I looked at it, it had best in everything, and I was like, no, that's gen. And I guess I forgot to tell the guy that I wasn't after gen mons, and I wanted to get like only non-gen mons, but yeah. Shiny Dittos are easy to get in BDSP. Oh, really? Because, to be honest, I haven't gone back to BDSP, like, at all, because it would take me quite a while to get the living dex on that one. The radar makes it super easy. I love getting those shiny mons from Wonder Trade just to get the items on them. Yeah. I used to be like, oh, ability patches, and was excited for that, but they got to a point where I was just like, oh, another ability patch. Thanks. And like, I have so many Master Balls because of the absurdity of Wonder Trade. You guys want to see how many Master Balls I have? I actually have 2 shiny Ditto. If you want one, I can give it to you. I assume it is, obviously. So here, ready? Bam! 36 Master Balls. Granted, you only get 1 in the game. Yeah, I know. Why give me Master Balls? I want Apricorn Balls. I mean, luckily the hacked mons are pretty good if you are trying to breed for your own starters, because obviously if you breed with them, you can get the Apricorn Ball they're usually in transferred down. That's always a good thing about looking for breedjects, at least, because there are a lot of people who do want their shiny starters to be in like Apri Balls, because Apri Balls are rare, obviously. So there's a lot of breedjects out there that you'll get like in fancy balls, and they don't even have to be starters. They could be just other Pokemon. It's always great to get those. Sometimes I keep some of them just like, oh, I want this one because I like the Apri Ball. What's everyone's favorite Apri Ball? Just a curious question. Because I think there's like 6 different types, if I'm right. It's like level, fast, love, heavy, lure, friend? I think that's it, right? No, moon, so there's 7. Yeah, moon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm obviously missing one of the balls. I think I used it up. Fast ball, so yeah, it's 7. I should probably not have it hovering over that. Just switch it back. Love or moon ball? I think for me, yeah, moon ball is definitely up there. I think friend or moon ball, maybe. I like the friend ball. The friend ball works with a lot of, like, green shinies. I actually have a Rowlet in friend ball. Moon, because if you use it on shiny Umbreon, it looks so cool. It is true. And it would suit as well, because it's got the blue colorings and such. I like to coordinate my... If I can, I'll try and coordinate the colors of the shinies with the balls. Like, sometimes I will use dive balls on blue shinies, because I think they look nice in them. Most of the time, I'm just luxury ball. Hey, AJ, good to see you. We're just finishing up training our Miraidon for the raid that we're about to do. But yeah, was it Chris? You mentioned you did have an extra Ditto. If there's any other Pokemon you're interested in acquiring, just let me know. And we'll probably have to go back to home and grab it, but just because you said that you don't have it on mobile. But yeah, let me know if there's anything you want in particular for it. It also gives Nightbot stuff to do. He's a chill dude down there. And if you are unsure what Nightbot can do, there's there should be a summary down at the bottom and a little drawing that I did for him, so you know which one of the guys wandering around our screen is Nightbot. Hello there, one Palmao. Good to see you. We're just getting our Miraidon ready for an attempt at the event raid, which is Hisui and Samurott. And then in the after I guess 3 hours of the stream, which we're already at the first hour, so we've got 2 hours left. We'll be jumping over to Legends Arceus to finish the post game, because I need to catch myself a Namarus. And thank you so much for the follow as well. Now that you're following, you should be able to get access to all the stream avatars that are available, which you will get points for just slowly sitting in the chat. And also, it will give you alerts about when we're doing things. If you are interested, Palmao, there's actually a blurb down below the Twitch page, which I believe talks about the the shiny Pokemon event that we'll be doing, where we'll be having 30 sessions of shiny Pokemon hunting. If you're curious about joining, it'll be down there, and it'll tell you what you'll need for each of the different raid hunts that we'll be doing. I'm here for a minute because I'm having a half 3 a.m. feast. This is like, so you are eating a Krabby Patty at 3 a.m. I knew it. When you left, you were actually just going to get your Krabby Patty, right? Hey, Jamukin, good to see you. We're just doing some training of our Pokemons, getting ready for the event raid. It's always good to see you, and I really love those emotes. They're very cute. I've got 2 emotes now added, I believe, to Better TV that I drew. Pictures of me. It's 2 emotes that I have currently sitting in the Alchemist's Discord, which is I believe it's a gasp and a meh emote. Yes. I plan to add more now that they actually I figured out how to get them added. It is a shame that you can only have so many. I think 15 is the limit. Apparently, the Alchemist said you can technically pay for more emotes, but we'll have to see. People are interested in me getting more emotes. You're making 4 pieces of toast, 2 sandwiches, 9 biscuits, and 100 mils of vodka. Is that to just wash down the toast real quick? There isn't a Pokemon to trading, but if you want, you can just get me a non-shiny Paradoxmon. No worries. Is there any particular Paradoxmon you would like? It's my feast for almost 4 a.m. Goodness. Okay, I think once we've finished all the Hyper Beams, we should be good to go. 7 TV gives you 1,000 slots for free. Gotcha. I haven't looked into 7 TV, so... I wanted to just start with Better TV, Nine Thorns. I think I can do that. Let me just double check and see if Maridon is finished. Yeah, you're cool. Gonna lurk for a bit though. No worries, Jimikin. There's always the lurk command if you need to use it. Right, we're done. And I'm always glad just seeing you just come by and say hi. Also, yeah, the roll is for a 1d100, which I probably should disable because I don't really like that one. If you want the d20 one from Nightbot, you have to say exclamation mark roll 20. Alright, done. And I will we'll put the last points into speed. Just DM me on Twitch or Discord if you want. Let's see. It's blue, so that means it's done. We quickly change the held item so I don't forget, and we'll go grab the Iron Thorns before we start an attempt at the raid. So if you guys are ready to go, just let me know. I might try the metronome first strategy, but I think my metronome is not on hand at the moment. I think it's on one of my Pokemon. There it is. I need to buy more metronomes, honestly. Ha! Too slow, Tauros. Got to go, my feast awaits. No worries, Jess. Alright, so Iron Thorns would be Lab 2, I think? eating a nectarine that I have here. Oof, but it's kind of sour. Yeesh. Alright. Whoa, that sort of startled me, the Farigiraf just spawning in like that. Alright, let's see. Got my Ditto by just joining random people who are doing a Ditto raid. Oh, one of those ones. It's pretty much legit. It doesn't have any nonsense like best in all stats or something. Right, there should be an Iron Thorns around here, right? Unfortunately, without the Electric Sandwich, it's a bit of a rare spawn. And I'm pretty sure I'm still got Psychic Sandwich on the deck. There he is. Is there any particular ball that you want this guy in? Because I could just throw a quick ball. Probably should have brought my proper team, actually. Let's just throw a quick ball, see if we catch it. I realized it didn't heal. Yeah, good enough. Stop using Sandstorm. A netball would be cool. I'll try, but I can't guarantee it, unfortunately, because Paradox Mons are hard to catch. I don't have the right team here. Stats altogether of the Dittos is good. Oh yeah. Alright, I caught it in a nest ball. It's one letter different, but I hope that's good enough. Yeah, it's still green. Yeah, it's one letter difference. It should be okay. Alright. Oh wait, I have to get out of here first. We'll go over to where I think this is the Terror Raid, so we'll just go over here. Do a quick stretch. Yeah. I went over to the Alchemist's house yesterday because they were like, hey, you free on Friday? And I was like, yeah, I guess so. So I went and visited, we just talked, had pizza, that sort of thing. Same code as before. We had a good time. I also got to see their behind-the-scenes streaming setup, which was interesting. They have all sorts of tech on hand. They also have the same webcam as me, which was pretty cool. Let me know when you're ready, Chris. Yeah, because they are a 3D VTuber at the moment, so they have like a free model, and they also have like this sort of thing that you wear to do all the hand tracking and stuff like that. Which I gotta say, the hand tracking thing was pretty like on point. I guess there's obviously a range where it will stop like tracking at a certain point. But yeah, it was pretty cool. get this boy over. Ditto has a really good shiny, just saying. This is not me being biased for the color blue. It's just a good shiny. But I think Ditto just looks nicer in this game. I don't know what it is. It looks almost Play-Doh-y. Like, but it's like a good Play-Doh-y. See, Blaineraid has joined us. Hello there, Blaineraid. Because I know they're not a chatter or anything like that. But yeah, there's Nightbot commands now down at the bottom, Blaineraid. And it's good to see you. What's in a dive ball, too? It's a good ball. It's my second favorite ball. Alright, let's go and investigate the this raid. Grab this Gimme Ghoul. Gonna slowly build up my Gimme Ghoul coins again. I want to smush it because it's so cute. Yeah, it is cute. Yep, this is it. Alright. Quickly level up our boy. XL1. Gotta make sure that we have the right move set as well. Need electric terrain. Need electro drift. We need parabolic charge. And we need metal sound. Okay, perfect. So all the moves are what Miraidon can learn. And obviously, I think this is Modest Nature? Yeah, Modest Nature is also good. I probably should heal, though. Because it's kinda low on it. It's power points. I don't think it affects the raid itself, but, you know, might as well heal just in case it does. But it also gives time for everyone else who wants to do the raid to be ready. Though, I think Chris mentioned that they had the sandwich available. So we can join their raid if they're ready to go. I don't know what ball I want to put this Hisuian Mon in. I think I might put a Premier ball. Because the Premier ball looks kind of works with its shiny if you get it. 1 hour until work. Hello there, Goblin. Thanks for dropping by, even though you technically are 1 hour away from work, as you state. I hope your day has been going well. Or if it's just morning, then I hope it's going well as well in the morning. Because I know how that feels. I go to work rather early in the morning, myself. 3:44 PM for me. Okay, so you're night shift. I just came back from work from yesterday. Had work yesterday. It was okay. It was just the weather was miserable. It's kind of like that today as well. It's been raining all night. And drizzling. Do you want to make the sandwich? Yeah, I can make the sandwich if you let me know what the sandwich is. And we can do like a couple of the raids so we can maximize it. Alright, picnic. You can see our other Miraidon is very excited to do this raid. He flicks around the screen. Okay. I thought that Chris knew my work for a second because of this. I was confused. Got shift until 10 PM. At least I don't got closing. Okay, so your place of work, I'll say, closes later than 10, or is it just that you don't have to do closing and you get to go out before then? Yeah, just let me know what the sandwich is. Just rice, 1 pepper, and 1 chili sauce. Let me double check and see if I got that. So, when you say all rice, is it just 1 rice? Yeah, have rice at least. So rice, pepper, and chili sauce. That's it. Just want to double check on Chris' side. Close to 12, and people who close usually get out at 1 a.m. Truly an American moment. Yeah, gosh, I can't imagine closing at around that time. I think I've been part of night closing, and it's like, oh, it was around 10. No. Oh, no, all rice and pepper as in condiments? I'm confused. Because I remember you mentioning it earlier what the sandwich was, but I'm actually like now suddenly confused. Make a sandwich with all rice, 1 chili sauce, 1 pepper. Oh wait, like, okay, gotcha. So just rice by itself. Oh right, I think I got it. Rice by itself, and then pepper, not a bell pepper. So pepper and chili sauce, like that, right? I'll be at the dinner rush too, at least it isn't lunch rush. Oh yeah, lunch rush was awful. Six rice? Oh my goodness. Is that even gonna fit on the sandwich? What is even a rice sandwich? Let's see if I can even stack this. This is the worst sandwich ever. Yeah, rice sandwich. I don't even trust it. The backwards onigiri. This is so dumb. Look at it! It's so dumb! And it's also spicy! Ack my mouth. Just a spicy, flavorless rice sandwich. My opinion, the best shifts are morning shifts in customer service because you have to clean from the night shift and you get to do fun stuff at night or a day after anyways. My opinion, people who either are tired or morning people tend to not get angry easily. Menace. Alright. So I think the rice makes it sweet and less spicy. I don't believe you somehow. I think it's still a fiery sandwich. Alright. I shall open up the raid for anyone who is still here to join me after witnessing me create an abomination of a sandwich. Well, that's certainly a code. Oh my goodness. Oh my no! The code! That's such an awful code! Trying to bring attention to it. Have you figured out how to draw scary stuff yet? Not yet. I haven't actually gone out of my way to do that. I've been doing a little bit of drawing for my the raid earlier today. Censor it. I think it'll be okay. We just gotta quickly. Everyone's gotta join in. Yeah, the code's awful. I'll have to censor it in post. You made me lose my voice by laughing. That. Yeah. Screenshotting the code, Lamau. Like, this is also randomly generated, you know? It's not like I'm the one who made this code or anything like that. That's so messed up that that's an option. You can't even put this in Koffer Grigus, but oh god, you can have this? This is some backwards logic on Pokemon's part, ain't it? Alright. Anyone else joining real quick? So we gotta get this code off the screen as decently possible, as quickly as possible. Just give it a couple more seconds and then we will head off. Almost as bad as my teacher who had WAP on their... Yeah, This is for you making that sandwich? Yeah, I know. It clearly is, isn't it? Me making that cursed-ass sandwich. We just gotta hope that whoever the NPC is not an Arbor-Believer. Because that will mess things up if it is. Just please no Arbor-Believer. Arbor-Believer is such an odd mon, because like in some circumstances it works, but in other circumstances it doesn't. Alright, let's see how we go. Yeah, it's Clodsire. We might get a poison, you never know. Alright, time to metal sound first. Gotta get it down to its, Did something just faint already? I haven't even done a single attack. Did somebody just faint? Are you serious? We didn't even get a chance to use metal sound. What happened? Oh, the belly bolt is dead. Oh no, that totally ruins the strategy. Well, I guess I'm just parabolic charging. There's nothing I can do. I can't even set up or anything. Well, there goes the strategy down the drain. Attacked me first. Everybody's dead. How did we all die so quickly? Oh my god. The game is like barely able to keep up. Yeah, we're failing this. There's no recovering from this, unfortunately. Because of that belly bolt dying, it totally messed up our metal sound strategy. Should have just hoped to get lucky with fissure. I have no idea if that's a legit strat. I believe it doesn't work in this one. You can't use... Oh, I accidentally button mashed, but there's like no point. Everything is cute for me, yeah. The match is going to be over soon. It's like I saw Belly Bolt died again. And because of without that metal sound, I'm not able to heal fast enough. Well, that was great. I think that was like, what, 2 minutes? It's okay, Chris. Because unless you... Are you a Scarlet player and you just don't have access to Maridon? We'll try again and see if we'll get a bit lucky. Yeah. Make sure your Mon is level 100 and fully, like, maxed out on whatever stats of HP and whatever a Belly Bolt has needed. Because there is a Belly Bolt strategy, but just gotta make sure that you're ready for that. Because it is a level 100 Mon. Try again. Thing is, I also can't stick with this raid too long, because once we hit the 3-hour mark, I am switching games. Because I definitely need to finish Pokemon Legends Arceus, because we are going to be moving on to a new game this coming Monday. Yeah, I want to do the raid a couple of times and see if we have time to make a sandwich. Belly Bolt strat only works with minus attack. Gotcha. And also, yeah, unless we find some way of, like, minusing its attack. So you need Intimidate or something. I literally have no access for Miraidon because none of my friends have Pokemon Scarlet. Gotcha. Yeah. If you have a Pokemon that can learn Strength Sap or something, or, like, Intimidate, I think that's what we need. Anyways, I'm gonna eat this brownie I made the other day. This is a good brownie. Blub, do you want to go in now and see how it works? Just the two of us? Because I'm not even sure if the strategy works as well, so it might be good to see if it works at first. But yeah, I would say if you have something that can do Intimidate or get rid of, like, attack, that definitely would help in this situation. The fact that this guy just casually goes for Swords Dance straight out the gate. Like, even, like, if you just get a bulky Quillfish, that could work. A metal sound 3 times if possible. Far out. Wow, I nearly died again. Dragon Flying weak to any of the moves, if not use my Altaria. Ceaseless Edge is dark. Bulldoze is ground, and I think it has a water type. If I bring Ditto and use Imposter, do you think that works? I'm not sure. Okay, I'm gonna try and use Parabolic Charge now. Is that 2 metal sounds? Oh, cool, I should have used it a little bit earlier. It's too late now. Yeah, that Bulldoze slowed me down. Oof. Just have to use Parabolic Charge. It is has 2 metal sounds down, so I think if we just keep using Parabolic Charge until we get Terra, I think it should work. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people just be like, if I use Ditto, will this work? And most often Ditto just completely just gets killed instantly. Yeah, that bulldoze probably will be a bit of annoyance. I think next time I'll use covert cloak. Make sure that I'm faster than it. Yeah, I'm not going to heal enough times to... Yeah, we definitely need something that has Intimidate. And unfortunately, we didn't draw the Staraptor or the Tauros. Yeah. This is going to be hard. Like, that sword stance is just really killer. Yeah, I can take a quick look and see what's on the, why not? Let's just let's Terra type, why not? We're already stuck here. Okay, it has Ceaseless Edge, Sacred Sword, Razor Shell, X Scissor, Bulldoze, Sword Stance, Focus Energy is like extras. That's all I can see. Yeah, we really need something to get rid of that attack. But yeah, we seem to do we did a little bit better this time. Oh, a crit! Lovely. Yeah, this isn't a good. This is not a perfect strategy. Which is funny because a lot of people said this is a decent strategy. Oh well. Try again, I guess. But I might put the covert cloak on so that I don't get affected by bulldoze. But yeah, if you want to, Blub, you could bring in Altaria and see if that helps. We just gotta keep trying until we can actually win this. Because I could just be the main source of damage, and that should be okay. Just let me know when you're ready. This one's gonna be rough, though, I gotta say. The West bit is like, this doesn't really add anything. It's not like you couldn't breed Oshawott already, because we already had the regular Samurott show up. So it's just to make sure that you have the Mightiest Mark Samurott. But yeah, we'll try and do this like at least 2 or 3 times and then call it there. It has to be completed runs, though. Obviously, the first 2 didn't really count. But we got a lot closer, I think, this time around. Alright, let's see how this goes. Have you tried winning? Yeah. We'll figure that part out sooner or later, Goblin. Yeah, I can see 2 people are close to death already. Yeah, the fact that Ditto got taken out, even with the attack drop, kind of was expecting that. Blob, just use a heal. Yep. And now that because someone died, the energy goes up, so the the metal sound thing doesn't work anymore. No. Oh my god. I did warn you, Chris, that Ditto would not work. It's never worked. I've never seen Ditto work. Like, ever. Okay. Ooh, a miss. I'll take it. Unfortunately, we'll just have to work with minus, because I assume the Ditto you brought in... Chris, did you train up the Ditto whatsoever? Just want to double check on that. Like, is it all EV trained? Is it level 100? Because you've died twice already. So I just want to double check on that. You can't go into these raids, like, throwing in things. Every time you die, you do chip away the timer. We need that timer. And because you died, I couldn't... Yeah, that's because the Ditto has imposter. It's supposed to have no hidden ability. That doesn't matter. I'm asking about the EVs and stuff like that. Is it fully trained? Problem is I really needed those metal sounds. Oh, we did quite a bit of damage though, so I think that's not too bad. I think I might be able to clutch this as long as no one else dies. But that's asking a bit. Because I think the Ditto just died again. No, Chris, you gotta stop, please! We can't win! No, it's got rid of its negatives. Oh my god. Chris, you have to stop dying. You are just chipping away at that timer. Ah, it's lost my health. It sucks. I don't know if I can heal enough. Have we tried the ×2 Screech Murkrow Focus Sash Frost Breath Ukulele with Focus Sash for Anchor Point? Unfortunately, that would require a lot of coordination and the fact that Focus Sash would get destroyed immediately. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have enough timer. Metal Sound would work now, but like we don't have it. Because I don't have time to metal sound it. Could you get Pokemon Anger Point crit? I don't think it would work here, unfortunately. Ah, we almost had it. Problem is there's just no timer left. think we actually had... This was the closest we got. Unfortunately, the early feints preventing the metal sound didn't help. It does max out attack, that is true, but like the moment you die, you lose that maxed out attack. Thank you, Jimakin, for the support, but unfortunately, I think this is a lost cause. This one timer just ran out. The Ditto fainted way too many times for us to work on it. I don't know why the match hasn't ended yet, but... Ah, oh, look how close we were. We just had one more attack to work. Got to go, no worries, Chris. We just needed more time. The game is taunting you. Yeah, sorry for ruining it. No worries, but yeah. You just have to remember, Chris, that Ditto is not an answer to raids. It just will not work because you are only copying, I think, the basic stats of the Pokemon on the other side, not their bloated stats. Because they have bloated stats to be a raid Pokemon. So you're just copying a regular Hisuian Samurott, so I don't think it works in that way. We have 8 minutes on the sandwich. Alright, let's try one more time, Blub. I think it could work. The Altaria strat could work. Having that Feather Dance really helped. And if we don't faint, or nobody faints in the beginning, we might be able to get multiple Feather Dances and Metal Sound off. That might be our option there. But yeah, Chris, if you're having trouble like training up Pokemon, or like you don't have Pokemon ready to go, probably do the same thing as I do at the beginning of the stream of like just getting a Pokemon ready, because we spent like almost like 30 minutes getting the Miraidon ready. So I would say within those 30 minutes would be a good time for you to also maybe like, oh, is there a Pokemon I can use in this thing? And stuff like that. Which class type do you like to take in team RPGs? Ooh. I like probably using things like, what is it? I think mostly, yeah, support as well. I think sometimes I do take the healer if it's like dealing with like having to deal with things like AI and stuff not working on your teams. But that's all I can really think of. Support, I've been playing a bard in our D&D campaign. So that's also support as well, ain't it? So I think bard like sort of thing where you like you can attack but not fully healing sort of thing. So you actually can do stuff. Oh, the Drifblim also gave us a burn. That actually helps out a little bit. Okay. I'll keep trying to do Metal Sound. Trying to think if another Feather Dance could work, or we should just go for heal. I mean, it's also affected by burn, so that really helps. Gives us enough time to get ready. I think I can do one more Metal Sound. AI is fainted, that's fine. Oh my god, we land. Oh my god, the Sylveon's also using Charm as well. This boy has no attack now. Thank you for the heal. Blob. Alright. I think, yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Now I just go for Parabolic Charge. I think we're good. We're good. I don't see any stats on our side. Right. Parabolic Charge. Perfect. And this should keep me healthy. Because his attack is now super low at the moment. So this should give me enough time to get ready for I think he's not going to be doing much damage. Blub, can you start giving me Helping Hand? Usually, in one way or another, I end up playing take one for the team type, so tank or buffer, or healer, which is what I end up doing. Healer is super important. Here we go. I know, I think in a particular JRPG I play, right at the beginning of the game when you only have like 3 party members, I purposely switch to the healer class for that, just to make sure that like we're able to keep the team alive because of the AI. And also at the beginning of a game, you don't tend to like have much on hand to work with. Oh, I just. Okay, one more parabolic charge, and then I'll just use the Electro Drift. Last D&D campaign, I was playing a barbarian. Nice. I don't think I've ever done like the just swing my axe class, because of the personality types I often use for my characters. I don't tend to go for barbarian often. Maybe I'll give it a go next time, you know? Focus energy. I think he'll probably try, if he nullifies his stat changes, definitely keep an eye out on that blub. But I think we have this. Whoa! For that damage! Yeah, this should do it. Yeah, that feather dance really was like the key thing. Really needed that feather dance. And also, yeah, having Sylveon and like Drifblim, also super good too, because of the charm and what is it? The charm and Will-O-Wisp. Will-O-Wisp was really good at the beginning. Like, I can't believe the AI did that. What is this? Pokemon AI doing the right thing? What is this? Sorcery. There we go. Got a good chunk of water terra shards too. Alright, we'll do this a couple more times. And then I guess we'll do some sandwiches. Because we still have plenty of time. I think we'll be able to get 2 sandwiches in. So the barbarian I played was this Triton that would be overly flashy in combat to draw attention. Ah, yes. Nice. You gotta make sure that you got the right angle when you're about to attack. Does my hair look good in this attack? Alright. There we go. All 3 Hisuian starters. We'll give him the mightiest mark. Lol. He like when he attacks or when he defeats an enemy, he stands there. He's like, "I've done it," and there's just this random light and wind that like blows in the area as he stands there posing, and all the other characters are like, "Where'd that spotlight come from?" But yeah, how Bard would hype me up too. Yeah, your Bard's like your wingman for your cool attacks. He's like, "You got this, bro." That's because I'm playing a Bard as well, so I've been doing that to help. I can attack and stuff like that. I actually have a pretty dangerous attack. I have Cloud of Daggers, which is really good for like keeping away and damaging the opponent. But yeah, did the sports announcer thing before it. Then we do this WWE thing where we had going. Nice. Jamekin roll. Jamekin, both your rolls have been pretty low, unfortunately, have they? 'Cause I think your previous roll was a 3. But it happens to the best of us. Take him. Yeah, so I guess Goblin, you haven't seen this recently, but yeah, Nightbot now has a couple of new commands. I've been thinking about giving him a couple more commands. That's my brain power. There is one that I've seen somebody suggest for a command, which is like an IQ command, which you can say like, oh, uh, exclamation mark IQ, and then it rolls between 1 and 100 or something, or like a thing that says what your IQ is, which is just a silly little thing, but it's like pretty funny as well. Nightbot is also a little cutie. Yeah, I've always liked UFO-Chi. It's a personal favorite Tamagotchi of mine. I don't have that command at the moment, unfortunately. But if people are interested, I can set it up. 0 because I fell for that. Yeah, you didn't read down below about the Nightbot thing. That's what you didn't do, Goblin. It's down at the bottom. You can see that I also drew Nightbot above it, so that's where you can see it. Alright, we'll do 2 more times if, Blub, you're interested. Sure. And do you want to do a sandwich as well together, Blub? Because I can get you a... We can do a sandwich. Nightbot fan art goes crazy. Yeah, so it's based off of the Tamagotchi, and then I saw Nightbot has these little antennas on the main page of Nightbot, so I thought to give him a tiny little antennas on top of the heart-shaped things he has. But yeah, I quickly drew that up for Nightbot because just to help people know who's Nightbot. Not gonna lie, I have a long-standing beef with Nightbot on my streams. Is your Nightbot not so great? I can get some water for the hydrate. What is this emote? Let me take a look at it whilst I'm getting ready. Exploding little dude. Alright, let's do the same strategy as before. My Nightbot blocks people for the dumbest reasons. Oh, okay. Whoa! What the heck? Why was that so much damage? I thought you feather danced him. Okay, now the feather dance cuts in. I have a feeling he's... Okay. I have to use another metal sound even if it kills me. Bongo Bongo is a fun fight in OOT. It's an interesting fight. It's not my favorite fight, I wouldn't say. But, it is an interesting fight. His design is creepy as hell. Because if you look at the concept art for Bongo Bongo, it's actually a beheaded torso. Because you can see the rest of it in one of its actual drawn art, where you can see the rest of the torso, and it's sort of implied that that eye that it has is actually where its neck used to be. Considering how creepy the Shadow Temple and the bottom of the well's history is, it makes sense that he's a creepy ass dude. Have you recently played through OOT, Jimmikin? I need to go back to playing OOT and Majora's Mask soon. Go do another randomizer at some point on this channel. I've just been preoccupied with Pokemon recently. The last time I did an actual randomizer on this channel was back in June. Can you believe that? It's crazy how long ago that was. Okay, I think we're okay now. I'll just have to get my Terra up, and then I think we should be good. Blub. I wonder what my favorite boss actually is in Ocarina of Time. Probably because I've done all the bosses before so many times that I'm just like not too keen on them anymore. Bongo Bongo is an Eldritch Horror. Oh yeah, Dead Hand is also just as Eldritch Horror if you look at that too, Goblin. Like, OOT, back in the day, went hardcore. It was back in the day where they could get away with stuff like that. they're like, oh, yeah, bottom of the well. You know, place where they used to execute people in secret. Don't worry about the creepy thing with hands everywhere and a giant jaw that attempts to bite a child. That's not important. And like the War Masters, oh goodness, kid me used to be freaked out by War Masters. I used to like panic whenever I heard the sound of a War Master. And like the first time you encounter one is like in the Forest Temple. And I even knew what they did, and even my dad was like, relax, it doesn't kill you, it just takes you back to the beginning. But like, my child mind just freaked the hell out whenever I like could hear it. It is creepy, especially in OOT. It's kind of funny, I think in other games it's not as creepy. I don't know. But like, I remember it being like super damn creepy in the OOT's design. No, Altaria! I will avenge you! Dang it, that drop in metal. I think I can get one more attack and that should do it. Ah, crit. Luckily, that no bulldoze helps. Crit is the only mechanic in this game that I truly hate. Yeah, and the problem is you can't block crits unless you have like shell armor, I think. And yeah, well, also the issue is that the Samurott has focus energy, so he has that height chance, and I think Razor Shell just has a higher crit rate in general. So yeah, it's like if you're lucky or not. Yeah. Also, I think, what was full heals, though? Yeah, crit... There's also another thing with crit, is like, there's no way to get rid of crit when something's activated crit, like with focus energy or anything like that. You just have to deal with it unless they switch out. Like, it would be an interesting mechanic if there was a way to, like, lower crit rate or stop crit rate increases. Or remove it. But yeah, there is nothing to do that. Oh my goodness, there's a yellow Tatsugiri here. That's nice. Unfortunately, I have all the Tatsugiris and I'm not inclined to hunt any more at the moment. But yeah, we'll do one more of these blub and we should have enough time for 2 sandwiches. So, if you're interested in joining, just let me know. Confused para combos pretty annoying. Ah, yes. Everybody knows about back in the day. Do you guys remember the whole para flinch? Toga kiss? Like, it was a viable strategy. Yeah, it was a viable strategy in the days, back in the old games, where you'd get Serene Grace Toga Kiss, use Thunder Wave to para, you could use Ancient Power to boost your stats, and you used Air Slash to flinch. And if you had King's Rock as well, plus the Serene Grace, you were pretty much like para-flinching your opponent to death if you were fast enough. It's not as reliable these days, because I guess Toga Kiss isn't as fast. Like, there's some really fast ones out there, but yeah, that used to be a viable strategy back in the day. And I guess now there's the even added wrinkle that Toga Kiss is now a fairy type too, instead of just flying normal. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I got banned at one point in the competitive scene, like Goblin said. Fairy types. Yeah, there. Oh yeah, Jimikin. Yeah, there are things called. There's fairy types. They were added. I want to see. Yeah, we'll show some fairy types that exist in this game. So fairy types, like, I know what you're probably thinking is like what you're similar to what your character is. Fairy type isn't really just like fairies with wings and stuff like that. There is one that looks a bit like that I can show you, I think you'll like, which is Cutie Fly and Rabombi. They look like fairies. And the shinies are pink. So they have really good shinies as well. I don't have the shiny versions of them here, but I do have a regular one, which I can show you. Yeah. Also, you're gonna find it funny, because there are some weird fairy types too. Like some things that aren't cute that are fairy types. Because you have to remember, fairies are evil as hell. Hey, Jamie King got the star. Right, last round. Let's get this done. Been pretty lucky with metal sound landings, so that's good. Yeah, Tinkaton's a fairy type. Hatcherem line and Grimsnarl line are fairy types. Red Dog's a fairy type. The fairy line is all fairy types. You've grown a lot since I first found you, huh? Yeah, I can't remember exactly when you joined, back in the day. I think it was during my Dragon Quest playthrough. A little bit earlier than that. I am very, very thankful for all the people who have joined. Let me just double check. One more. I think I can squeeze in one more. At 43 followers, I believe, maybe even less, yeah. Meganium should be part fairy. I think that would be cool. I like Meganium. So it'd be nice to see Meganium get something special. Need healing. I'm still at a loss with Pokemon. That's okay. If you need help with anything, Jamakin, just ask. I'm totally free to just blab on about Pokemon. Joined shortly after Scarlet and Violet release. Whoa, that was quite a ways back too. In the Sonic fanfare. Unfortunately, I can't help you on that one. Sonic is not my key of, like, realm of expertise. That's more Crescent's. Whoops, I didn't mean to multi-click into Ghetto sound. I got distracted. It's a bit of a waste of turn. Like, I'm pretty sure Cress has tried to, like, explain to me about Sonic, and I'm just like, what? Most of the time, it's just, like, all the other media, not the actual games. Like, the comics and stuff like that. She'll just mention something casual about the comics, and I'm just like, huh? But the best part is that I can do that back to her. I'm like, so, have you heard about how dark Kirby lore is? And then she's like, why is Kirby lore so dark? And I'm like, haha. That's my favorite part. My favorite part is just to be like, to point out how Kirby lore is. And now that the fact we have the 3DS available to stream, I can finally show you so much Kirby games. The 3DS era of Kirby games, the DS era of Kirby games, there's some great Kirby games on this. Heck, I can replay the very first Kirby game I ever played. I'm happy you got to your goal of being able to talk to people. Yeah, I'm glad too. And the fact that I'm able to, like, I was able to find, like, get 150 followers just to do a shiny month, which I really wanted to do, is just as amazing. Like, I actually honestly didn't think I was going to make it to even 150. It's wild. And it's still growing, this number. Like, people are still following, even if they don't stick around too long or they watch the VODs afterwards. I'm just honored that these people are, like, interested enough that they would send a follow or just want to support the channel. I never thought that I would, like, get a YouTube channel just putting the VODs on there so other people can watch at times. Never thought I'd possibly could be doing an art stream at some point. Seeing you going from 1 to 2 viewers to consistently reaching 5 is really cool. Yeah, that's something too. Like, I remember back in the day when I was so lonely down at the bottom with all the stream avatars, and I'd made all these Tamagotchi ones, and just nobody was here to use them or even see them, and I was just like, oh. Like, it was a little depressing at the beginning, I won't lie. Like, there was a part where I was like, am I really doing the right thing? Like, does anyone really care? Because obviously there's massive Twitch streamers out there, which I will never reach their ranks, but I was like, you know what, I'm not going to think about that. I just want people to see what I'm doing, and people to enjoy what I'm doing, and just be able to talk to people about all sorts of random stuff. So yeah, the whole thing with Goblin saying, yeah, passion pays. It's because I do want people to see these games not just the games that are common. There are a couple of games I actually want you to that I recently got. Like I recently picked up Star Ocean, I think the second story, and I also because it's Black Friday recently. Me and my mum went to EB Games, which is like let's say the equivalent of GameStop over in America. And I found a game there called Silent Hope, and I was like, "All right, I remember seeing this on a Nintendo Direct trailer." And I was like somewhat curious about the game, and it was like $20 cheaper than it would normally be, so I actually picked it up. So who knows, maybe we'll run that on stream as well and see how it goes. The art stream is something I'm surprised you didn't do yet. Yeah, I think I was just like very conflicted with art streams because I've spent most of my life hiding my art away. Because obviously I used to draw a lot in high school. In high school would be like, no, don't do drawings. So I was always like very secretive with my art, and I used to get embarrassed very, very often with my art. I was like, oh, my art's all too cutesy and not... It's all Kirby's. I used to draw a lot of Kirby's. So many Kirby's, because it's so easy to draw Kirby. It's literally like, circle, smiley face, nubs, and hey presto, it's Kirby. Heck, like, even the original Kirby games used to be like, draw a circle, draw another 2 circles, draw a mouth, and hey presto, it's Kirby. Like, they even knew how easy it is to draw Kirby. Kirby was like one of my first things I started drawing. Alright, I was going to show Jamokin some fairy types. Here we go. So these are the regular ones, but here's a fairy type. Being Cutie Fly. And then it evolves into Rabombi. I'm also surprised I've been able to not get banned here. Yeah, I'm pretty lenient with people. Like, you'd have to be like some... like either like a bot or someone who's like pretty bad, like either insulting the chat or insulting me to like, you know, not even a funny sort of degree, just like doing it out of spite. Because we had something like that where me and the Alchemist were streaming in a collab, and some guy came there and he saw that she was and you know, the Alchemist, her name is the Alchemist, and he started accusing her of being a witch and saying that witchcraft is bad and that she should burn. And I was like, hey, yo, what the hell? And it got pretty harsh to the point where I'm like, look, yeah, I'm going to ban this guy on my side. He's not even on my stream, but I'm going to ban him as well when Crescent banned him as well. Because it was just so uncalled for. Here's some more fairy types with Jamokin to lighten the mood. But yeah, thankfully we haven't had any of that situations, and we even laughed about it later. There was a Minecraft thing we were doing where, yeah, these are fairy types. It's a fairy. It's got Clefairy in the name. It's a fairy. This one's got little wings on it. It's a fairy. I can't wait till I show oh wait, yes. This is a fairy type. It's a cute little crystal rock. It's a fairy type. This is the fun part of just showing, like, this dog is a fairy type. Made out of bread. Witch Hunt in 2022. I think it was actually, it was either 2022 or maybe late 2021 when that happened. That's a food mon. Oh, you're gonna like this fairy type. Where is it? Yeah, this is a fairy type. These are all fairy types. My most recent ban was kind of funny, but I also felt super bad. I was saying a game was infuriating, so I said this game is the reason people get heart problems, and it turned out the streamer had heart... Oh, no! That's really bad. I hope, and I guess you couldn't even apologize to... If you do a ban appeal, just apologize, I think. Even if you don't get unbanned, just apologize through there. Fairy type. Fairy type. Oh, wait, you're gonna like this fairy type. Where is it? Where is it? Give me a sec. This is a fairy type. The Sylveon that evolves from Eevee. He has no appeal. Can't apologize at all. That's unfortunate. Well, I hope the fact you feel remorse at the very least seems to be at least okay, but yeah. It is rough. This is a fairy type. I gotta write down its name. Wait. Okay, I can go back to it, don't worry. It's called Sylveon. This is a fairy type, by the ways. It's Pikachu. I'll go back for Sylveon. There you go. I'm not in my sociopathic arc right now. No? Are you on your redemption arc at the moment, Goblin? You got the name, Jimikin? It's right up there at the top right. Thank you. No worries. I'll show you one more fairy type, which I think you'll find funny. This is a fairy type. Not yet, but getting there. So this gremlin is a fairy type. I think it's more like closer to like what actual fairies are, where they're like tricksters rather than cute, you know, cute little things. Like this guy has an attack, which I think is called, what is it called? It's called, yeah, false surrender. But what he does is he does the bow, and then the hair at the back attacks the user. As you can see, the hair at the back is like sharp. So he does a surrender, and then the hair flips over the back of his head and like stabs the other mon. He is a dark fairy type, and then it evolves into this goblin, like a halberd, yeah. And then this thing, where he's a fairy type, but he's a nuisance not only in like the games, but he's also a nuisance in competitive. Like, you see this dude everywhere in competitive. These are all fairy types, the hat tenor line. Oh, here, these are fairy types. So you got Tinka-Tink, which is Babby. You got Small Girl with Hammer. And then you got Bigger Small Girl with Bigger Hammer. But yeah, this one's also another one that has gremlin energy. That's pretty much, it's either like you're cutesy or you have gremlin energy. That's pretty much the best way to describe fairy types. I think that's all the fairy types? Is Screamtail a fairy type? Yeah, it technically is because it's based off Jigglypuff, but a very ancient Jigglypuff. Sushi fish. Alright. Sandwich time! I don't know if Blub's still here, because we got a little bit distracted with all the fairies. Looks like it's raining again over on my end, too. In real life. No, it's fine, Jamikin. Like, it is, like, crazy fun for me as well, just meeting someone who's just, like, no knowledge in Pokemon, or just in the game I'm playing. Because it means I can just blab on about it. So I always have fun with that, too. Alrighty, we're gonna go catch some shinies. But yeah, if you're available, Blub, I can make a multiplayer sandwich with you, if you'd like. But if you're not, then that's fine as well. What should I go for is the question. I want to catch Sandshrew. That's been sort of sitting on my list of like mons I should catch. So I could do a ground type sandwich, that might be the option. There are a couple of ground types I haven't gotten in over here in Paldea. Make a ham sandwich. Yeah, I don't think Blub is available anymore. Because I know it's late for Blub as well. But I guess we better get going with the sandwiches so that we can squeeze in 2 sandwiches. Probably want to go over to Kitakami. We want to be... where do we want to go? I think it's over here. It's going to take a little while because we're going to fly. Yeah, if you have any other questions, Jamikin, or like you want to know other types, you let me know. I'm getting ready to chill in bed. No worries, Blub. I think my problem isn't a lack of empathy, it's a lack of a filter. I need to start taking extra seconds. Yeah. I know a friend of mine who's like that too, where he has a bit of a lack of filter. Where he says something and it's only like afterwards, so it's like, oh wait, I probably shouldn't have said that sort of thing. But the fact that you've like acknowledged it and you're at least being like, yeah, I should probably pay attention to that, is definitely a step in the right direction. But I guess also us Aussies are a little more thick-skinned, so you'd have to do something pretty bad to like really rile some of us up. But don't make any mistake. Like if I were to get upset at somebody, I probably would get like do that whole "you are dead to me" sort of thing. I do not want to contact with you anymore sort of thing. So are Americans, depending on where you go. This person was not American. Yeah. And also it is a very touchy subject, that sort of thing too. So I can understand that being another big reason why it might have not landed as well. Texans are impossible to insult as long as you don't go after their family. Yeah. Understandable, I guess. Yeah, and also you should never really insult family. That's always a very low blow. Is for someone to pick on another person's family. Because obviously you don't know what their family's like. Getting them involved in a beef that you have with someone is just, you know, it's petty and it's also just a sort of a dig. Honestly, it's harder for people to just be nice to each other. Just people be nice, you know? It's really hard in this day and age because everyone's so, like, on edge and angry. Alright. It's time to look for Sandshrew. I believe this is a good spot for Sandshrew. We're looking for a green one. I'm gonna keep our eyes peeled for that. I always like how some Pokemon will run up to you. And they're just like, hello. It's also nice to see Sandshrew back. Sandshrew a pretty iconic mon. Just spawn them out. Maybe my other problem is that I have a thick skin and find it hard to relate to stuff like hurting my feelings. Gotcha. So you're like, in your mind, you're like, oh, I can handle a joke like that, but because obviously you don't realize like what the other person might be going through or what their level of tolerance is. I know, right? Sandshrew is so cute. It's not so bad. Yeah. I'm guilty of finding mum jokes funny. I just find them sometimes just boring, to be honest. It's like so easy to do. And sometimes they're not that creative. Maybe I'm getting too old about your mum jokes. Luckily, they seem to be a bit, like, not as much. Got to go by. No worries, Goblin. You take care, okay? Thank you for dropping by. Maybe it's just my, because I'm used to, like, my dad coming up with all sorts of jokes. And, like, scouring, like, either his colleagues or the web for jokes. So, you kind of have to get creative to really get a good laugh. I would say puns are probably the most laziest of jokes. So, if you see me being like, ugh, about puns, that's why. Because most of the time, it'd have to be a pretty good pun to get me, like, ha, sort of thing. But a lot of them are just like, say word, huh? You know? It's funny, and you're just like, no, it's not. It really isn't. Schwein up too. But yeah, it's always... one of the biggest things that people forget with jokes is that you need to know your audience. Which is too sensitive. Yeah, like, it's always important to know it. Can I... yes, you can ask me a question. That emote is serious. Seriously. Oh, goodness. But yeah, it's always important to know your audience. It's kind of why, like, it's sad at this time in the day, like, people who are classified as pranksters just don't understand their audience. And also, they just keep doing things that, are awful. Like, not even pranks anymore. You could just call them just crimes. I kind of miss the good old days where pranks used to be funny. And they were very harmless fun, and they would let the other person know, like, oh, yeah, it was a prank sort of thing. And such, and everybody would be like, oh, ha, sort of thing. But nowadays, yeah. That's why you always have to be careful with, like, who you're doing pranks to. Because there are, like, how Jamerkin said, how they're a little sensitive with, like, sort of jokes and stuff like that. You wouldn't want to put them through that sort of thing. Pun I can come up with. Good. No more puns. Let's keep puns at a limited amount. Speaking of, where we're talking about jokes, I'm pretty sure both you guys have been at least on Crescent's stream where she's got that god-awful, like, joke book, the Sonic joke book, which is like a redeem and stuff like that. I saw that on her desk and I was just like, I could get rid of it. I'm literally here. I have the power to get rid of this book. And she's like, there's 2 of them. And I'm like, I know, but at least I could destroy the evil. I'm here. But yeah, it's also property damage, so I noted where to draw the line. Prank meta on YouTube was so bad before COVID. I'm glad all those channels died with COVID. Yeah, but unfortunately, I think it's also brought up like a whole nother generation of prank nonsense. Well, not even pranks anymore, just like awful stuff. Why are all these swine ups here? I don't want swine up. I need sandshrew. Oh yeah, the stuff that's happening in Japan, that just disgusts me whenever I hear about it. I'm just like, because Japanese people are so nice. Like, it's in their nature to be polite. And for people to go over there and just be complete dickwads, I'm gonna say it, because I can. I will say that, because that's what they are. Like, I'll tell you of a situation that actually happened when I was in Japan years and years ago, back when I was a teenager and just got out of high school. Me and my sister, Mum let us go to Japan as, like a graduation trip for me, sort of thing. And we went to Akihabara, which is one of the places that I always go to if I ever visit Japan. Think of it as like the anime and game capital. There's cafes for video games, anime shops, figurines, games. It's amazing. It's like the one place that I always wanted to go to when I heard about it. It's like called the Electronic City almost. And me and my sister went there on our trip at some point. And we went into a store and I found some Monster Hunter figurines and I was like, oh, these are so cool, So I got myself those, and you have to use your passport to like verify certain things. So that's what I did. And then we left the shop, did a couple things, and my sister needed to buy something for. I think we needed to buy something for our auntie because she requested we buy some sort of Japanese cream. I think just for like your hands or something, a hand cream. I went to look for my passport and it was missing. And I will tell you, I panicked like crazy. This is still when I'm like back in the day when I was still rather introverted. I like start to freak out, like a panic attack sort of level. And my sister was like, look, let's just go back and just, retrace our steps and stuff like that. Which we did. And I thought about it and I was like, wait, the last time I used my passport was when I bought Monster Hunter figurines. So it's probably in that shop, right? And I had to mute the stream. No worries. I'm just telling a story about a trip in Japan years and years ago. I guess the too long didn't read is I lost my passport in Japan, in Akihabara, and me and my sister went to track it down. And we went back to the very shop, and I asked, like, oh, do you happen to have this passport? Like, I might have accidentally left it here. And the lady's like, oh, yeah. And she turned around, and she grabbed the passport, and she'd wrapped it in, like, plastic wrap just to deliver it, just in case I, like, came back for it or like to at least give it back to me later. And I just like almost burst into tears because I was just so thankful and just so grateful for her to like have kept it, and like she also remembered it was me, sort of thing. So, and they're just honestly nice people over there in Japan. So, well, that's always like cemented my like sort of respect for them, that one moment. So yeah, it is always so heartbreaking just to see like the arrogance of some people going to Japan just to be complete not nuisances. And I'm not going to name names because they don't deserve to be named, honestly. And they're just ruining it for people who do happen to travel to Japan later, because obviously a lot of Japanese people will be on edge because of this nonsense. That's why they do it in Japan. In America, they would get shot. In Europe, they get beaten up. Yeah. But it seems like at least Japan, a couple of people in Japan have been like actually taking a stand against these people, because I have heard like stories of these people getting punched or like beaten for what they're doing. And I know there's one pretty big guy who's been arrested, and I think he's going to be in jail for a couple of years. Thank goodness. He honestly deserved it for the nonsense he was committing. And I hope like eventually this stuff will stop. Problem is, it's like we're in a day and era where a lot of people are now really hungry for attention, like the clout chasing. And because people are very fickle creatures and get bored easily, you got to constantly like up the ante just to like get people's attention. You think there'll come a day and age? I know it's probably hundreds of years in the future, but do you think there'll come a day and age where just humanity will just be bored of everything? It was actually a little game idea I was thinking about it just really oddly. I was like, what if there was a world where like we get to a point where like nothing surprises humanity, nothing entertains humanity, so they just get bored. They're just so bored of everything. And at some point during this is just a theoretical game, it's not real, it's just a shower thought I had. Like, what if they got to a point where, how AI is now becoming a rise, they start using AI to generate ideas and stuff, but it gets to a point that even the AI runs out of stuff to do? No, because at scale, everything is circular. Right. I could just... The swine up ran behind me, and I could hear his speaker. Pitter-patter, pitter-patter, pitter-patter. Very cute. Looks like we're not being very lucky with the shiny sandshrew, though, gotta say. I wonder if it's going to be another one of these cases, like, where the game knows I really want a shiny sandshrew, so, like, do its absolute best not to give it to me. See, J. McKeon is lurking, which is fine. I do like now that we can finally use these lurk commands. Oh, is that it there? It is! Right here! J. McKeon, you gave us the luck we needed. I almost despawned it too, so it's really lucky at the end. It's not as noticeable as I thought it could be. It's a little more muted, especially in this nightlight. The thing is, I need to catch 2 of them technically, so I'm just trying to think, should I like come back later? Do something a bit different for now? Or should I just continue looking for another one? What's my timer at? That might be a good idea. We'll stick around for 7 more minutes, and then we'll go hunt another target. We got him, at least, so that's good. Because these ones have been sitting at the front of my party. Being like... Well, not party, in my shiny decks. Just sitting there like, oh, you should do this soon. No mark, but that's a key. I mean, we could look for Sandslash now, right? I don't think Sandslash really spawns anywhere here. yeah, we'll stick around for a little longer. It might show up. Then the other ground types we kind of need are all back in Paldea. A lot of the ground types we need over here, kind of have. I think the only thing here is literally... Oh, there's another shiny. It's not what we're after, but there's another shiny. That was like, what, a minute? Between? Alright. Should probably use the Luxury Ball, but the Dusk Ball's fine as well. I don't mind. I do like the Dusk Ball as well. Toothpaste. They both actually have very greenish shinies, actually. Oh, this one's marked as well. Just another uncommon mark. Right. I think we're going to take that as a cue that we should leave for a little while. I think the game's just going to try and give us another one of Swinub. I think we should take a quick detour. Okay, I'm going to warp over to Levincia and see if the beach, if it's raining. If it's not, then I'll quickly go and check somewhere else. We can't really do Iron Treads because last time we did that, a lot of Gibbles showed up instead. Sandile is an option. We still have to get one more Mudbray. Silly Cobra is an option. What time have we got? 15 minutes. Also for the Sandy Gas, we still need like one more Sandy Gas. So that's another hunt we could possibly do. Hey, it's raining. Perfect. But yeah, you'll see here. They're starting to disappear in the rain. So if we just stand here, they'll just keep spawning and despawning until the shiny appears. Because the shiny can't despawn in the rain. I think what we'll do is we'll have our back to the grass so we can just pan back and forth. Yeah, and we'll just stick here until the rain stops, I guess. Try to find a good location where a lot of them spawn in. I think this looks good. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of them spawning in. I feel kind of bad for them though, they're just melting. But this is a faster method of shiny hunting, I guess. Or at least it's an offhands one where I can just stand here. We can just watch Sandy Gases like spawning in. Without having to move too much. Don't worry, we don't have to worry about the shiny despawning, because the shiny will not despawn. The game, thank goodness the game has a special check for that, where it's like, if it's shiny, it does not get affected by environments. But we'll move around just a little bit so we have a little bit of entertainment. So just watching Sandy Gases just melt. unfortunately, I can see other Pokemon are spawning in, which does kind of limit the table of mons that can show up. Yeah, the rain has stopped. So now we have to just run around until they show up. So I kind of feel bad because I recently went back to like check the VOD for this particular shiny, and the audio actually got corrupted during this part of the stream. I was like, oh dang. I think what happened was my mic got slightly like twisted because my mic is a headphone mic. So if I move too much or like accidentally just move it in a certain position, the mic can get all out of whack and it can cause like game audio to leak into the mic audio. So that's what happened. We did manage to fix it eventually during stream, but like that particular shiny was pretty badly like marred by the voice issue. And another big issue is like I can't hear it. Like I can't hear when the game's having these audio issues. I can only like tell if like somebody mentions it. Alright. 10 minutes of sandwich. I think we'll stick around here for now. We might eat another ground sandwich and then continue the hunt elsewhere. I think we're doing good. We're doing good pace of these ground sandwiches. It'd be nice to like clear out an entire typing. Though, I guess when the DLC eventually does drop, that will open up the door for more like mons. Hey, Jamakin is back. Oh, unfortunate, another low roll. What is my future? With the 6, you're probably just having a bit of not the best day sort of thing. You're just probably like, ah man, I probably could do better. I would say, though, you still have a chance to turn it around. It's not like it's set in stone. But maybe you burnt your luck because like when you lurked, the shiny appeared I think like 10 seconds after you lurked. So I'm not sure if you caught that on stream. Because you might have left. You still saw it? Okay, that's good. I think we got 2 shinies. Unfortunately, one of them I don't need. Did I miss a shiny? If you saw the Sandshrew or the Swinub, yeah, I did catch 2 of them. I caught a shiny Sandshrew back when Jamakin lurked, as you can probably see in the chat. Which was a little whiles back. I don't think there's a timestamp on my end, at least, of when they lurked. And then about a minute later, a Swinub showed up. So I would say yes, you probably did miss 2 shinies. We're currently just looking for a Sandygast. I can show them to you though, because I have them in my party. So here's the Sandshrew. And here's the Swinub. The Swinub is marked. It's with the sociable mark. My reactions to both of them, well, at least the Swinub wasn't too great because I already have a Swinub, so I was just like, oh, cool, sort of thing. Which I feel bad because, like, you see some people where they get a shiny and they freak the heck out, but there's me who's, like, been doing shiny hunting for a little while, so... Also, I don't think I've freaked out that badly in media. I don't know. I'm not one for, like, really big, loud reactions sort of thing. I'm not gonna, like, scream, jump up, and then throw my chair across the room sort of reaction. I think the only time I've had like a really big reaction was when I got really angry at myself. Back in, I think, Dragon Quest XI, where I just like audibly groaned angrily into the mic because I was just so angry at myself of missing a specific item that we were searching for, and I missed it because I didn't look down a specific corridor. And I was just so angry at myself. I was like, how did you miss that? It was so easy, sort of thing. But yeah, I've never had any big, like, start screaming into the mic sort of reactions. I might have had, like, some really loud, like, yelling about things, but nothing too, like, nothing that would blow your eardrums out, hopefully. I try to not, definitely try not to sneeze on stream, because that definitely would also blow your eardrums out. Come on, black sand. Oh, there's also another mon I do want to hunt for, which I think is Wiglet, because he's so silly. And it's a pretty obvious shiny too, so. I haven't found either Wiglet or Wug Trio. I've been trying to keep the hunts that I'm going for sort of within the Paldean region of Dexes. Because obviously we are going to be doing like shiny hunting in the other two games at some point. And unfortunately, I think with Sword and Shield, we can't really control the shinies we get in that game. It'll be basically anything could possibly be a shiny in that game, in the Dynamax Adventures. Though there are a couple of Pokemon in those titles which we might have to hunt. We don't know yet, because obviously the DLC's not out and we don't know what's returning. One of the big ones I'm looking forward to hunting is the Alcremie line again. Because I do have two of the toppings as shinies, but I kind of want to get like the other toppings as shinies. And I gave away two of my Milceries, which I evolved into Alcremies, to get some event mythicals. Which I don't regret, but I was like, I definitely have to go back and do that at some point. Ah, my eye is just... I need to rub my eye. I feel like something's in it. Ugh. But I have also heard that some people apparently have gotten their hands on, like, early copies of the Indigo Disc. And I'm just like, cool, I don't want to hear anything about it. Like, I know there are some people who are, like, clawing at the bit trying to find out information about the new DLC, but it will come out when it comes out. It literally comes out in, like, a week. Surely you guys can wait a week. Oh, look at that Sandygast. Look at him. He's so small, this one. This tiny little sand castle. But I guess to Jamekin, Sandygast is a possessed sand castle. It is a ghost type. So and as per usual, ghost types have dark Pokédex entries. When it evolves into Palosand, like, it was one of the first Alolan mons that got revealed. And it was like, oh yes, this Pokemon drags its victims down into a pit of sand and then consumes them until nothing's left except bones. And then it just keeps a bone collection hidden inside itself. Yeah, dark Pokédex entries. But that's usually the ghost types. Ghost types are usually freaky. And Sandygast, which is just like this small evolution. I believe it's like if you touch the shovel on its head, it can possess you. I believe that's how it works. Cerebi got an early press copy and was allowed to put out in a video. Didn't spoil too much and actually made me more hyped for the DLC. Oh yeah. That's the problem, is like I'm always worried about like who's really going to like spoil and who's just gonna like explain very briefly. Like I can trust Cerebi with its whole like the way they do things. They're pretty on the ball of just like, this is spoilers or this is not spoilers. But there are those people who like put things into the thumbnail and like put all sorts of information, and I'm worried that if I look up like one video of it, YouTube will do its thing where it'll start recommending that content. So I've been like trying to do my best to avoid touching anything that has like the Indigo Disc written in it. Because I want to play it blind. I want you guys to enjoy it alongside me if you're not buying the DLC. You know? And if you are, and you do it before I do, I will make sure that you do not spoil. Yeah, I don't think the shiny is going to be showing up today for us, at least. We have got two so far, so I'm not complaining. But I don't think we're getting a Sandygast today. But yeah, I think I've seen like a couple of things related to it. I don't think there's any new regional things. I'm gonna be in day 1 for the DLC. Nice. I don't know when the does anyone know what the specific date the DLC drops? That would give me an idea of like when I will probably stream it. Is it like the 9th or something? Because I think the sandwiches is almost up here. We'll just wander around a little bit more. Let me see. 14. Ah, it's a Thursday. That's unfortunate. So it doesn't really land anywhere for me. It'll most likely be on the following Monday or a Saturday stream, but I think it would probably be a Monday stream. Probably morning Japan time, like Kami here. But yeah, it's gonna land in an awkward spot for me, so I'm just gonna have to do my best and like not look up any information on it until time of streaming, which is gonna be rough. It's like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's 4 days I'm gonna have to try and go like blind on this game. But I guess the one benefit is that you guys can't spoil me on anything because I won't be streaming until Monday. Not that I think any of you would go out there and spoil things. I'm going to assume most of you who are watching my stream are decent human beings. It is part of the rules, after all, that you have to be a decent human noodle. Nothing here. Alright, let's go and find something else. I think I do want to try and go for Wiglet. I don't know, it feels like a thing that I want to do. And I'm a streamer, so I get to make this decision. But yeah, it is getting close to the 3-hour mark, but I think I'll do one more sandwich. Alright, let's put these guys in here. I just do want to get Wiglet. He's a silly boy, but he's got a nice... he's got a decently good shiny. I think this is the location. I'm going to double check. Wiglet. Okay, no, wait. There's one, like, over here on this other beach up here, apparently. This one over here. And there's also just Wog Trio on the other beach. So yeah, we'll head over here to this beach, so it's going to take a little while for us to get there. It's mind-blowing to me how there are people out there that speedrun content just to be the first to spoil people. Yeah. And also, like, there are some people who, like, as soon as it drops, they're like, here's the final boss and everything like that, and I'm just like, did you even enjoy the game? Like, I couldn't understand playing through a game that fast. Like, I understand, like, playing the game the moment it drops. I did that for Smash Bros. Ultimate, because I was very, very excited. But, like, oh goodness, I did not like that lag. But I didn't even finish, like, any of the DLC and stuff like that. Not the DLC, I didn't finish the story mode or anything like that for World of Light. That was why I wanted to play it early, was I wanted to see what World of Light was all about. And also to unlock all the characters and get my boy. I really, really wanted to. It's just a shame that the game thought it was a funny joke to put both my mains somewhat late into the game. Like, one of them was, like, very late into the light section, and then one of them's quite a ways into the dark section. And I was like, cool game. I did feel sorry for some people. They're probably like... It was back in the day also when, with Smash Ultimate, there was that thing where the NPC, not the NPCs, the AI for the CPUs was actually really rough for some people. Like I remember there was like all those videos of people getting their ass whooped by the CPUs because I think the CPUs was like set to something pretty strong. Ready, we are here. Alright, so I probably should save before we start. And I also have to take a look and see what the sandwich is. It's just a cherry tomato. Also, I just realized something. There's a cannon just here. Is it a cannon? No, it's just a wheel. Just very odd. Just a random wheel on this beach. Alright, let's quickly save. But yeah, like, what is it? Super Mario RPG? People have already, like, gotten to the secret boss of that game, which I already knew what the secret boss was. There's no hiding it. It's the exact same game. It's a remake. And I knew about the secret boss because people, you know, tell about the secret boss constantly. I'm not that in the dark in regards to, Super Mario RPG, even though I've never played it before. But, like, some people are already, like, at this, like, did all the bosses and the secret boss, and I'm just like, the game's only been out for, like, what? It was, like, those videos started popping out, like, maybe 2 or 3 days after the game came out, and I was just like, how do you... what? And this is, like, this is an RPG, right? You have to level grind. Like, how did you get there at that, like, with that speed? It was just like, you know, just never understood that. Alright, so if we do find the Wiglet, another thing that we can look for is Bruxish. Bruxish, actually, despite how ugly that Pokemon is, I'm not gonna lie, it is a bit of an ugly fish. That's the wrong sandwich. That said bug. I thought that was supposed to be water, and unless this lied to me. I'm pretty sure I looked up water. Let me double check. Unless something fell off, I don't think so. Excuse me, what is the water sandwich? I'm gonna reboot the game. Because I guess the person's guide was like, oh, you know, to avoid, cucumber. Okay. I think it's because, you know, water is such a common type. So you want to eat for the other typings, as opposed to just plain water. But Wugtrio and I believe, Wiglet are both water types. At least Wiglet is, and we do want to get Wiglet. Alright, let's try that again. I honestly should be hurrying up to get over to, Legends Arceus, but I think we'll be okay. I need to buy more picks, that's something. I'm running out of picks. I've been making a lot of sandwiches recently. Because I've been doing some, obviously, the egg hatching. That kind of requires a lot of sandwiches, even if it doesn't require as many ingredients. Alright. Let's try that again, peoples. This is why we save before we make the sandwich. This was back also in the day when I didn't have much Herba Mystica and I had to, like, make the sandwiches, like, super perfectly. With very little ingredient. Alrighty. Now, it should work. Okay, here we go. Fortunately, like, a lot of other things are going to spawn on the beach, but I think over here is where Wiglets will spawn. It's unfortunate because I can see Floatsels and stuff like that. We definitely don't need Floatzel unless I find a male one. That's the only thing I can think of. Let me take a look. What typing is Wiglet and Wugtrio, just out of curiosity? I know this is wasting my sandwich time, but that's okay. Yeah, they're just plain water. There's nothing I can do about it. Whoa! The whole family behind me. Just gotta... Guess we just gotta pay attention to everything. Just in case we miss a shiny elsewhere. Yeah. Hopefully the Wug Trio or Wiglet be shinies, not the Floatsels or Golducks. Because they obviously can easily be shiny as well. There's always 4 here, which is quite helpful too. I can also see, like, you can see lots of things just spawning in the water, which is a little unfortunate. But, like, this is one of the locations. There is another location if this location doesn't work out for us. I feel kind of bad for Wug Trio and Wiglet because they're so silly. Like, they're based off those little eel-like things. I forgot the name of them. Is it garden eel or something like that? They're very cute, though. They just poke their heads out. And they're very cute and everything like that, but... just in-game, Wug Trio and Wiglet literally have nothing going for them, unfortunately. Like, they got cool shinies, not gonna deny it, but, like, in terms of, like, gameplay-wise, they're kind of, like, inferior. I guess also, if you're comparing to the likes of, like, their original things, like Alolan and the regular forms of, like, Dugtrio and Diglett, which obviously they're not the same, like, one for one, but, like, those Pokemon work because they're known for, like, their speed and frailty, and they're able to capitalize on it, but I think Wug Trio and Wiglet don't really do that. They don't really do anything that allows them to stand out, especially in the meta of this game, which is kind of unfortunate because I think they're kind of silly designs. Like, Wug Trio is really cool in terms of its design. And it's more interesting than just, like, the whole underground thing that Wiglet did, where they made it into have like a rock that it's poking out of, which makes much more sense, like, considering, like, what underwater creatures are like, where they hide in rocks and then as soon as you come, or like plants, as soon as you come near, they dip. Also, I'm not liking how there's just so many mons that are spawning here that, like, have legit nothing to do with what we're after. Clauncher. I need a, like, it's Clauncher's the baby one, ain't it? And then Cloyitzer is the evolved form. It's kind of a shame because I think I do have the evolved form that I caught back in X and Y. I believe I fished one up using the chain fishing method. I wonder if I should go back to chain fishing, because there are a couple of Pokemon I could go back and chain fish in my games. Now that we have the 3DS capture card, we're able to record it. Unfortunately, I only have one DS because, I mean, I'm not made out of money. Can't print money, unfortunately. So I'd love to have had more DSs which I can capture the footage of, but I can only do one. Because obviously, if you have more DSs, you have higher chances of finding things, just because of odds and such. But yeah, we'll probably have to make that a very, very future thing. Like, it is not even on the table, considering what we're after. In some really unlikely scenario where we catch all our shinies within 30 sessions, aka that's not happening, I would consider doing that, like going onto either my X and Y file in the Friend Safari, or just doing, you could do horde encounters or the Dex Nav in Mega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And then obviously there's chain fishing in both X and Y and ORAS. I guess the SOS one is another interesting method. If you guys remember the SOS methods of Sun and Moon. I actually enjoyed SOS methoding. It was interesting, to say the least. It did require a little bit of setup, like, you know, having a mon that could outlast the hordes of mons you'd be taking out. But it was just a very interesting method. Like, the idea of, like, you fighting something and it calling for help. That was always such a, like, a unique gimmick for shiny hunting. And I guess I am glad that Pokemon are aware that shiny hunting is a huge thing. Because I think they've started to, like, put into consideration when shinies are a thing. And they're like, oh, we have to come up with a method to help out shiny hunters. Because they definitely made it a lot easier in this day and age. I know some people are going to be like, oh no, but I liked the hard hunts of my shinies. Well, just go back to the old games. They're still there. But it's just like helping out the newer people who might not have their hands on any shinies. I mean, heck, I'm pretty sure, like, back when I started shiny hunting in this game, there were a couple of viewers who were like, I have never caught a shiny in my life, or like, last time I caught a shiny was like months or years ago. So just having a slightly easier method definitely helps, but obviously the harder it is, the more valuable it is to hunt, trade with if you do those trades over in Pokemon Home. I know there's a lot of people who are like die-hard Pokemon Go requesters because of how Pokemon Go is quite the most legal and safest way to know that a Pokemon is not hacked in any way. Because, you know, humans cannot be trusted. Oh. For a second I thought that was a shiny Go-Goat. I don't know why, but maybe it was the lighting. I really am not liking this, everything else spawning in here. Not very, like, secluded of a spot. There is another location I believe we can go to look for Wiglet and Wugtrio, but, like, it's only just Wugtrio. Wiglet does not spawn there. There's a small Wugtrio over there too. I think when we get to maybe the 15-minute mark, if nothing's really showing up, I think we'll go and do something else, a different hunt. Just to keep things sort of like fresh. But man, even though with the water sandwich, like, there's so many things that are not water spawning in. Because I'm pretty sure I have the water sandwich on hand. Yeah, I do. It's just a bit crazy that... I guess it's because all the rocks don't... They also count as spawn locations, but obviously Wiglet and other water types can't really spawn up there. Or they spawn in the water or on the sand. That's probably what it is. Pokemon Let's Go is what got me into shiny hunting because I caught my first ever shiny there. First encountered shiny was a Wingull back in Sapphire, but I was so tired and I hit run. The classic. Didn't know it was a shiny or wasn't aware it was a shiny. But yeah, Let's Go has also got an interesting hunting method. Oh, there it is! Finally. Excuse me. I know you're there. can't hide. I forgot that these guys could hide and just lose their hitbox. Look at the silly dudes. 3 silly dudes that are blue. Dive ball would be nice for them. Well, they're female, I should say. Girls being girls, I guess. Back when then shinies were rumors for me, so I specifically hunted Wingull all night to confirm the rumor. Yeah, tired autopilot run. That's a shame. I like how it's like fish Pokemon. Does that look like a fish to you? Game? Alright, we got the Wug Trio. So I guess we'll stick around for a little while longer and see if we can get Wiglet, but if not, we'll go over to another location. Gaming without internet was a magical time. Yeah, even I didn't know what shinies were. When I ran into my first shiny, I was just like, oh, that's odd. It's just a different color. I thought it was like a special event sort of thing that happened in the game. That you just have to, because I caught it in the Safari Zone, so I thought, oh, maybe the Safari just has this special event where these weird colored Pokemon show up, but no. Later on, I later discovered, no, it's actually like, you just ran into something very rare, because this was also back in the day when getting the shiny charm was absurd. People forget how hard it was to get the shiny charm. I went back to like Pokemon Oras and Pokemon X and Y to get the shiny charm in those games for my friend's Safari hunts. You had to like get every single Pokemon in the national dex to get the shiny charm. Nowadays, it's just like complete the regular dex and you can get the shiny charm. In the good old days, it was like, oh, you want shiny? You have to work for it. Catch every single Pokemon in all of Gen 5. And you learn about the existence of the shiny charm in Let's Go LOL. Yeah, I haven't got the shiny charm in that game either. I've been thinking going back to Let's Go at some point and doing a living dex in there. Because I got rid of most of my Pokemon from there, so I'm thinking of just restarting the file. Because I've already moved all my legendaries over. It's very small indeedy. Very small. Whoop. Maybe I'll stream me playing Let's Go at some point. Yeah, I never got the shiny charm in that game because I had no method of getting trade evolutions. Because I didn't have the membership at the time. This was like way back in the day. So I could never actually get the shiny charm, so it'd be nice to go back and get the shiny charm and maybe do a hunt or two in Legends Arceus. Not Legends Arceus, Let's Go. They both start with L. So I'm not sure what I would hunt in Let's Go. There's a lot of mons nowadays, it's like you can easily get them in other titles. Finished my Let's Go living dex a few months ago, then deleted my save to restart with the shiny charm so I can shiny hunt the birds. Oh yeah, because you could can't you technically, like, if you haven't transferred any of the Pokemon over to a different game and only in Let's Go, you can at least transfer them over to a new file of Let's Go. It definitely would make hunting those birds easier, and you could hunt Mewtwo as well. I believe he's not shiny locked either. I might go to a different location. I haven't also hunted Arascuda. What should I hunt for? Basculin as well. Marini is another interesting one. But I think that would you'd want to do a poison sandwich for that. There's a lot of water types. I think we can go to Bruxish. That's a pure water type. I think if we ever need to do the water sandwich, it has to be for like if we're looking for specifically water exclusive mons, like ones that don't have any other typing. Another shiny that I've recently been thinking about is like the Melton shiny, because I believe you can catch it in Pokemon Let's Go, and I assume you'd have to do it like by trading Pokemon over, get the box, do it 30 minutes, and just rinse and repeat until you find a shiny. The problem is that also evolving it costs a lot. I mean, I think it costs an absurd amount to evolve it because of just how much candy you need. Welcome back, Chris. We're just about to move over to another location right now. Once I, find the Pokemon that we're looking for. Okay, so I need to go to the marshland area. We managed to catch a Wugtrio just now. So we need to head out to that island out there. And then after this sandwich, we're jumping over to Legends Arceus. I can see some Claunchers too. It'd be nice to get a Clauncher. But the problem is, it's like, yeah. This area is just a mix of things. It's just things everywhere in the water here. Yeah, we need to head over to this island, I believe. There's somebody out here? What? Isn't that where this... What are you doing out here, lady? There's legit nothing here. Oh, I guess we can't really hunt this. Isn't it psychic water? Yeah. It might not be good to hunt for this mon. I can just see a bunch of other water types spawning in. What's something that's like pure water that I can go for? Yeah, everything else is just spawning in here. I can see a Bruxish, but it's like a single Bruxish in the wave of just Magikarp, Wingulls, and whatnots. Oh, there is one hunt that I want to try one day in this game. So, over in the DLC, there's a pond there where you can spawn in like a level 100 Magikarp. Could also, yeah, I could probably go to I could go to Kitakami as well. There might be some, Let me see if there's any interesting things in Kitakami to hunt. Problem is I have to deal with ads. Go away, ads. I'm gonna look up, like, one video for, like, 2 seconds. But, like, nope. You gotta deal with ads. Ducklet and Cramorant might be a good one because I can't actually find Cramorant in my game. And there's also Basculin and Basculegion we could also look for. Because Basculin and well, the Basculegion thing is a gender-related thing. So, and being able to hunt them in this sort of area would also be good. Because you can find them in Time's Woods. There's actually a decent amount of water types we could find here that aren't too bad. Seeing a low whooper. So it's not a singular spawn here. So it's probably better to do flying. Problem is, Timeless Woods doesn't have a warp. This is literally the closest warp. Yeah. Water is another one of those types that we kind of have a lot of. Ah, you can see the Lotads all walking around on the grass. It's rather unusual. Not used to seeing them there. I did find a shiny Lotad, like, full odds. Over in, the Wisteria Pond. Because I was looking for a Corio over there, the ghost type one. And I just happened to find just full odds. Lotad's also a very easy one to see. Oh boy. Oh no. It's just... bunch of other stuff spawning in. Water is such a difficult one to hunt for. There's Lotads and Lombres here everywhere. Ah! All the lily pads. I'm almost like regretting that I even left. I should have stuck with I should have stuck with Wugtrio and Wiglet. There's just too many mons spawning in here. Yeah, I think there's a pond, like, let me take a look on the map. I think it's... maybe this one here? I don't know. But there's, like, some pond where it's, like, you can find a level, like, 100 Magikarp. Let's see. I think it's this, yeah, it's this pond here. If you want to search for the level 100 Magikarp, it's that pond there. I don't have much time on the sandwich. I'm just going to go over there for the lols, I guess. And, I mean... I want to do Ogre Ousting, but I need to arrange a better time for that. Not near the end of my stream, for sure. It needs to be, like, right at the beginning, so people still have a lot more energy. Is that one of the ogres? Yeah, it is. So I have to fight them. I have not. Yeah, so it's this pond in particular. And Magikarp can spawn here. And there's an elusive level 100 one that can spawn here. Like, all the Magikarps are pretty strong here. There he is. See here? This Magikarp here. That's a level 100 Magikarp. That's so random. It's actually, I think it's a reference, because there's other games that have had that sort of thing show up. But they've had a Magikarp that's just super duper strong. In Pokemon Platinum, the resort area, I think in Diamond Pearl as well, they had a Magikarp that could be level 100 too. Hello there, Kremlin. Good to see you. We're just finishing up our water sandwich and we're going to be jumping over to Legends Arceus. Because I need to complete something in that game. It's post-game. I like how there's a Gyarados in here. Like, how the heck does he fit in here? But yeah, you can see it's just random. And it's not like the level 100 Magikarp has like some sort of indicator to show it's like a level 100 Magikarp. But I think there's like a couple of games which that's a thing. Is the random Wish Cache in the Feebas Cave also a reference? It could be, who knows? But the level 100 Magikarp is definitely a reference to some of the older games. Maybe it's a reference to the anime. Do you guys remember that episode of the anime? Where there was like, I think it was like 2 trainers. Where they had, it was like a Magikarp and a Feebas that they didn't want to evolve, and like Pikachu got his butt kicked by the Magikarp, which just used Tackle once and just walloped him. Maybe the Wish Cache in the cave is like a reference to whatever the mythology for that thing is, because Wish Cache is like a reference to the giant catfish that causes earthquakes in some mythology. I got my oh, you got the shiny Mew from Pokemon Go. I'm still trying to get that one, unfortunately. I just don't have enough friends. I only have like 2 active people on my Pokemon Go account that actually give me presents, so that's actually what's holding me back. I've done all the other acquirements for it. I did buy the one for the Mew, but I just don't have enough friends to give gifts out consistently. But, I mean, if you guys do want to, like, friend me on things like Home, Pokemon Go, Pokemon Sleep, just check out Nightbot commands down below, and there are actually commands that will show you the code to those games. But yeah, congrats on the shiny Mew. Shiny Mew is a nice shiny after all. Yeah, the sandwich is about to run out. Let's just walk around. Let's not just stare at Magikarp. I always forget how intimidating Arascuta's cry is for something that's literally just a fish. Ack. Are you getting presents? Is getting presents all you need? I think it is. I don't know what level I'm at. I think I'm at the shit. My favorite Pokemon ever in shiny form. I can see you got a lot of emotes for it. I think that's like one of the things. I can take a look really quickly. See what my goal is currently for that. Let me just walk around real quick. See if I can find anything of interest. Where's the Mew quest? That's not it. All-in-one. Yeah, I'm only at level 1 of all-in-one. I've still got like a whole bunch of things, but yeah, getting friend gifts is the one that I'm struggling at the moment. Because I do have the gifts, I just don't have anybody who's like actively playing anymore to give gifts to, because they're still holding on to their whatever gifts they've gotten from me ages ago. So that's kind of the unfortunate thing. So it's been I've only have like 2 people, so I've been just trying to give 2 gifts a day when I can, if I remember to play the game. Because I'm not like a super active Pokemon Go player. I've only just started getting back into it, just to get some shinies and stuff that I can. I'll probably be starting to like hunt for Melton at some point. I transferred him to my Switch and to my Brilliant damage, Shining Pearl, team for my playthrough. Ooh, nice. Sandwich is up. Now it's time to head back to somewhere. I only played Pokemon Go for Shiny Mew. Yeah, unfortunately, Pokemon Go has like a bunch of mons that are like super restricted. I have the shiny Celebi, but I haven't chosen to like transfer it over yet because you only get one. I know they had a shiny Jirachi event at some point and a shiny Diancie one, but I missed the Diancie one. What they really need to do is give us Meloetto and Victini. Like those two have been trapped in shiny lock hell for so long. Alrighty. So, there we go. There's our shinies for today. Got our Bug Trio. Got an extra Swinub. Got a Sandshrew. So we just need one more Sandshrew and such. Didn't know they had a shiny Diancie event. I think they did because I remember people having shiny Diancie, but that might be just me. Just started Pokemon Go and a Togetic spawns. Nice. I think I got the regular Diancie maybe, but I knew there was a regular Diancie, but yeah. I think that's... I haven't bought any of the other ones. Just the Mew. I don't know, I was like, I couldn't think of any other legal way to get Mew. And I'm not going to go back to like... I don't have like the mystery gift things for the GBA games. I don't even like... I'm just like, nope, that's not happening. So I was like, this is probably my only way of getting it is via Pokemon Go. Right, I'm gonna quickly switch over the games real quick. So hold tight, everybody.